Hello, everybody, and welcome. Due to Silver's request, I do have an announcement to make, and that is that I have a breeding kink, and I want a pack of litter. Uh, anyway, isn't that what the announcement you wanted me to make? I'm sorry, was that not what you wanted me to say? Yeah, I made an announcement. Listen, the audience can't know everything, Silver. Comedy. Anyway, hello, welcome to Monster Hearts. We're here to be, as I believe the TikTok trend is, sexed up, abused lesbians. That too. There's a TikTok trend going. I'm not surprised that you haven't seen it, considering you're not a sexed up, abused lesbian, Silver. But there's a TikTok audio going around. Hey, do you want to be sexed up, abused lesbians together? It's like, no, because you'd be doing all the abusing. It's two different characters. Anyway. Yeah, welcome to Monday. Azure, introduce yourself. Because we should be doing this more often, than, even though we forget to do. Just Azure. Fuck, I didn't do that.
That confession completely on your own.
Yep, nobody
had
else.
no context.
No.
Lovely. Well, that's going to sound very interesting, out of context.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that back.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch that and I'm gonna clip it.
No sound from anybody else, just Kat deciding to talk about her kinks randomly.
Listen, you requested that I make a statement, and so I did.
No, this is just something you said on your own, and then I said, well, now you have to say that live.
And I did.
You did. I mean,
I commit to the bid, Catboy. Don't you test me.
Okay, cat girl.
For recollection, the thing I said is every cat girl I know has a breeding kink.
Yeah.
And then that
she is including that. Yeah.
Am I?
We've talked about this. Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, now you do.
Self-awareness. Not something I possess.
Yeah, well, that were.
Anyway, can everybody hear the cast? Can I get a heyo?
Heyo.
Anyway.
Meow.
Silver.
Eh?
Perfect. Anyway, Azure, where can people find you? Who are you? What the heck is going on?
Usually on Twitter as Azure of the Puns, or Blue Sky as Azure Pyro Style, or whatever I put it as.
Lovely.
Great.
Silver.
Eh.
How are we doing, OC Vamp Daddy?
What? What?
Yeah.
Oh, you Vamp Daddy is what I am now? Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you ask me?
Where can people find you? Who are you?
Oh.
What are you doing on... What are you doing in my house?
Just
why is the phone dead?
Just being the whore that I am. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
They might have been able to hear you, read the captions, so that might be something. I'm not sure if that would have captured, or if it just captured mine.
Good question. No idea.
Probably not. But anyway, what are your socials? What's your name? What's your sign?
They know where to find me. Go to somebody else. That's
Okay,
fine.
lovely. Mitha, promote yourself. Look, this is for the future of YouTube or something. I don't fucking know.
Birth sign, star sign, measurements, all the
Yeah,
weird
your
numbers.
social security number, your credit card information.
38 double D.
Oh,
Damn.
interesting.
And Method VT on Twitch and YouTube.
You know, with that being on as your social security number, they really should have known that you were going to be trans.
So true. I love that you can see me chewing gum, and then also when I blow a bubble, you can clearly tell.
Lovely. Anyway, we're ready to. Are we ready to chew ass and kick bubblegum?
We still haven't really gotten a feedback from the chat whether we're audible, but yeah.
We are. I listened to it myself.
Okay.
It is terrible to have both playing at once, but
And
necessary.
that brings us to today's sponsor, not Audible, because fuck Jeff Bezos.
Is Audible owned by Jeff Bezos?
Yes. Wait, no.
I don't have it, so
Wait.
Hmm?
Yes, Jeffrey Bezos, Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jeffrey
didn't
Bezos
know-
is Amazon. Audible is Amazon.
Oh, I didn't know it was Amazon.
Anyway.
Was it always Amazon?
Yes.
Oh.
Jeffrey Bezos. Jeffrey Bezos.
I love that song. It's so good.
Anyway. So we have a monster and or a hearts to play today. Warning for the chat and the viewers of Far and Beyond. This is a game about teenagers being toxic to each other. We are going to say mean things at each other. We have set rules and boundaries kind of as a friend group beforehand, and I think we have a pretty good understanding of that.
Yeah. If we're like, I don't like that, we'll just fucking say it.
Yeah, but on the off chance we have the X card. You can always ping me personally, and I will be paying attention to that. We can also visually signify that. And hello, Sam. How are you?
Oh no.
Yeah, I think we already have our lines and veils pretty well discussed beforehand as a group, and comfortability, but you should have those discussions. Sending a DM to Cat. Oh
no.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is my audio
know.
fuckity or something?
I have no idea.
Oh,
It was from
you're right.
what?
Coons ain't the best thing to say.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's changed. Thank you, Sam.
See,
Well, at
we
least we know
take
for
feedback.
I'm out of the loop here, y'all.
You're very Canadian. It's okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just trust us that in the United States, in some places, that can be used as a slur. So we're removing it.
Okay. I've never heard, but okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
I didn't even see that until now.
I did not I was so in context for what it clearly is
Yeah.
that I just did not process that, but out of context, yeah, thank you. It's a raccoon model. Azure, show your face. Show the raccoons inside. That's something that we should keep in mind whenever discussing Azure.
You guys can fill me in later.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway,
That's fine.
we are playing Monster Hearts. Welcome. So we are going to be going through kind of basic character creation and setting up the typically classroom, but now we're going to be doing a dorm room because us as a group kind of prefer doing kind of a college setting, so that we're all playing as adults. This has themes of sex and things like that, and RPing as teenagers doing sex stuff is uncomfortable for us. So, let's go stir around the table. So, first thing everybody wants to do is go to our Roll20. You all should have character sheets in there, and you can pick a playbook. There's a bunch of options.
Roll20, baby. I forgot to open that up. My brain is
Soup.
soup.
There is the Fae. There is the Ghost. There is the Ghoul.
So wait,
I
hold
just request that you do not use the hollow, as I am using the hollow.
Yes, there's the Hollow. There's the Infernal. There is my favorite playbook, the biggest monster of them all, the Mortal.
Question.
Yes.
Where am I in the Roll20? What am I joining? Am I joining in the
one shot roll dice roller. You should have in the journal. There should be a character sheet, and you can open that.
I see.
You all should have access to everybody's sheets. Just open these real quick. This is a 2d6. 6 or lower is a failure. There 7 to 9 is a partial success, and 10 plus is a full success. That is the basic Apocalypse World core rulebook settings.
Huh? I thought we were doing Monster Hearts.
Yeah, Monster Hearts is based off of Apocalypse World. It's the same system.
We are playing Monster Hearts, which is written in the Apocalypse World system.
It's a hack of Apocalypse World.
Apocalypse World, but hornier.
Well,
yeah,
Apocalypse World can be quite horny.
I mean, the reason I was
Thank God,
confused is
Sam. I'm so happy for you.
yay to meds.
Meds
Hell
are
yeah.
very important.
Meds are very good. I was confused because we're doing Apocalypse World next week, right?
Yes. Basically, the same way that Blades in the Dark is the core system to Girl by Moonlight is the same relationship, if that makes sense. Basically, this is a base rulebook that people have, an SRD, if you will, that people make hacks of using the same core base rulebooks. The same way that, like, people make D20 games that are similar to D&D in the way that dice mechanics work.
Right.
The basic Apocalypse World, because it was the first one that I know of that did it, and that's everyone bases the games off of, to do the 6-, 7 to 9, 10 plus failure, partial, full success system was Apocalypse World. And this is a system based off of that same dice mechanic, just with its own flavor skin attached to it. You always got it.
What am I doing?
I'm assuming you want to pick a vampire.
Probably. I mean, probably, but also, there's a lot. What the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah, this game has a lot of different skins, and I even added some extra into our private channel, so it's like, even if you don't find something you like in this list built into Roll20, there's more.
You can also be Bumpy.
You can be Bumpy?
Well, there can be two types of puppy. You can be werewolf or you can be Cerberus.
Oh,
Cerberus.
Cerberus. Yeah. Cerberus.
But I will still refer to you as furry.
Mm-hmm.
Immortal? There's just immortal?
Mm-hmm. It's one of them.
What does that mean?
I suggest looking at the different like powers and moves they have.
There are also sometimes identities listed, and I think
Strings, interesting. Dark Self. Yeah, Mitha, I don't know how you thought this was going to take 10 minutes. There's so much. What the fuck?
Again, because I already have my character concept and my
Yeah.
character ready to go.
Do you
And
want
then,
to
yeah,
talk
there's
about this
fucking-
character for us?
Yeah, might as
Yeah.
well while we're trying to figure our other shit out.
1 second. Okay, so April Heisenberg is a hollow. Now, what this is terms of horror movies is like Frankenstein, giant robots that like take over people's bodies, stuff like that. Something that is blank of human existence or blank of human understanding, trying to be a person. Note, you will notice a lot of themes of like autism here. This is intentional. The character is a self-aware nano robot colony that has been self-aware for, looks at the stopwatch, 2 days maybe? And she's trying to fit in. She's done what she can to figure out how humans work, and that involved downloading the internet. Needless to say, her idea of what humans are is very skewed. However, one of the challenges of Monster Hearts is don't tell people you're a monster.
Mm.
Yeah, you can't talk about Bike Club.
You don't talk about Bike Club. Yeah. We're going to do this in a dorm room setting, which, if I'm not mistaken, we're still using West Dakota.
I don't see why not. Middle America, random BS, yeah.
All right, sounds good. So I suspect we're all going to be in the dorms together, and you know, let the shenanigans ensue.
Chicanery, yes.
Hmm.
Azure.
Yeah.
What are your ideas for your character? Because you have some concept ideas that you were throwing around.
Oh man, I'm 50-50 between Fae and Ghoul.
Ooh, those are both excellent options. Tell us about that Fae. What's your idea with Fae?
I would if I knew what words were.
God, you're so right. Valid.
I mean, normally with TTRPG stuff, we would be like, oh well, this character is like this class, and they want to adventure around to do this. But with Monster Heart, it's different. It's like slice of life.
a little bit slice of life. I would call it almost like very soap opera, kind of like, or like another Pretty Little Lies. That type of fiction is kind of like my inspiration for this type of thing. You know, like teen dramas that are targeted towards women. I think is kind of the vibe, at least that I like about these games. You know, sometimes there's mystical elements or like the Archie's comic, is that Pretty Little Lies? What is the Archie reality TV show called? Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
I have never watched that.
I haven't either, to be fair.
Same.
I've just watched some summaries about some of the shit that happens, and it's fucking wild.
Hmm.
Riverdale. Yes.
Oh
Riverdale.
yeah, I have heard of that one. I just haven't watched it.
That's kind of the vibe of yes, Riverdale. Thank you, Sam.
So just something right. All I know about Riverdale is that it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's kind of all I know about it too. But yeah, while y'all are talking about thinking about rules and stuff, I can actually, yeah, let's go over that stuff because that's really cool. Let me see if I can find it. Just pen to play. Um, keeping your heart safe. I'm seeing. Ah, yes. So, my role as the GM is to this is everybody's agenda essentially. This is the thing that we're attempting to accomplish throughout this game. We are attempting to make each main character's life not boring. We're keeping the story feral. We say what the rules demand and say what honesty demands. Those are our guiding principles in this game.
Mm.
Me as the GM has the guiding principles of embrace melodrama, address yourself to the characters, not the players, make the monsters seem human, and vice versa, make labels matter, give everyone a messy life, find the catch, ask provocative questions and build on the answers, be a fan of main characters, treat side characters like stolen cars, one of my favorite things to do since playing this game is enacting on that principle.
What does that mean?
Treat your drive recklessly, do stupid things.
Gotcha.
This isn't your property. Just do whatever the fuck you want with it, you know? Give side characters simple and divisive motivations. Sometimes disclaim decision making. And these are kind of the principles that I will be running off of, that the game suggests. Yeah.
So I have a character that this is an RP character.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a favorite of mine to put in situations that were completely insane. He was human.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I don't know if this would work.
Well, there's the
this.
mortal.
Yes, I know, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't even know if this makes sense for him, because the one thing about him that made him really interesting to put in really crazy scenarios is he is not capable of feeling fear. Like, this is a medical thing. Because his amygdala is like partially calcified. I base him on like a real person that had this condition. And so the big thing about him, he literally can't feel fear. Like, that's not a thing that he experiences. So, and that affects a lot of like somebody's personality and the way that they experience not their personality, but like being embarrassed is often tied to like fear, for example. Anger can often be tied to fear. So there's like, I don't know how this would work in this is the thing.
What
Do you know what I
about
mean?
that? A lot of that just seems like character setup.
Right. I guess like I'm thinking like in terms of like if there's stuff where somebody can inflict fear or he can be afraid, like that wouldn't be a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Let's look at the mechanics.
Yeah.
There for your 5 main, well, there's 6 main roles. There's turn someone on, shut someone down,
Right.
keep your cool. Yeah, okay, so keep your cool. When you keep your cool, you act despite fear. Name what you're afraid of and roll with cold. On a 10 up, you keep your cool and gain insight. Ask the MC a question about the situation, take one forward, after the information. On a 7 to 9, MC would tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to back down or go through with it.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly my point that I was talking about.
Do you want to make this character human or have them be as a supernatural like type?
No, he would be human. Like, now, granted, within the game, with the actual, would he be considered? He would be human, but would he? I don't know if he would fit the mortal thing. Does that make sense? Yeah, because of his particular condition, but he's still human. So that's why I'm like, I'm not sure how this would work within the game, or if I should just pick a creature instead. But I have his entire personality and everything figured out, so that's the benefit. And he is the kind of character that I have played specifically in scenarios exactly like this.
I guess the question to ask ourselves is, you would be, I think the thing to think about maybe is, the fear would be there, you know, like as a, this is something you should be afraid of. But the failure state there is you don't react to it and it causes you harm, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of like this whole
the basic
thing. It gets
example
hurt
is I
a
tell you
lot.
to roll to keep your cool. Cool. Your hand is on a stove, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's pain, not fear.
Well, you see a giant werewolf that looks like it's gonna tear your throat out or something, you know?
Yeah. He's just gonna be like, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry,
Like,
what were you gonna say?
Essentially, what I'm saying is, those failures could look like, negative things happening to you because you're not reacting to the fear properly. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
well,
you don't have an opportunity to run away. You don't have the opportunity to, you know, things like that. You know, like, the funny thing is you'll probably never run away.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, that's kind of his whole thing. The problem is he never does, you know? Like, it takes a lot of, like, basically his whole thing is, like, his father was the main person that tried to teach him, like, how, like, these things are dangerous. But, like, that doesn't always work. Like, for example, you do not want to be hit by a car, you will die, but he's not afraid of death. So the way that his father's had to explain it is like, that would make me very sad and I want you in my life. Like, he has to be very, very clear about, like, that's kind of, that's the complexity of, like, how to.
Let me ask you another question here, Silver.
Sure.
Is the mechanics of the lover stuff interesting to you?
Lover stuff for
Mortal. Because that is
Mortal.
A big part of the mortal character. You always have exactly one lover. The first is chosen during your backstory, even if you fall in love with someone else. Instead, give them a string, and now they become your new lover. You will always carry +1 forward to earning your lover's heart or fancy.
Yeah, that doesn't super interest me because I had him be poly, and also I had him have a really hard time actually keeping relationships.
I mean, that's not a bad thing for this.
Yeah.
That's adds drama. But the thing about is, like, you have at least what, it doesn't necessarily have to be one person that you're mechanically, there is one person who you're currently pursuing. That's the way I think we could think about it, maybe, you know, and it's like, this person is your current ADHD hyperfixation of, ooh, I want this person to fall in love. I want this person to fall in love with me. That, and, like, mechanically you can use that person. Like, does that sound something interesting, or does that not work with this character concept, do you think?
Yeah, he's not an obsessive person, so I don't think that would work for him.
Yeah.
Again, I'm bringing it up just because he's a character that I already have a lot of stuff figured out for him. So, but also that seems like that might actually be a problem.
I'm just suggesting ways that we can make it work, but if that doesn't seem that there are, once again, if this was a longer session thing, I think we could work something out. We're not gonna homebrew a whole entire thing here because we don't have time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, there might be too much homebrew that would have to happen to make him work.
Yeah.
For this. So that's why I'm like, maybe.
All right, let's move on to
yeah. So obviously they're vampire, which was I think I like there's a lot of different things, so I'm like, oh, it'd be kind of cool maybe to do something else. But I think at the very least, I would love to do vampire at least once. You know,
Yeah.
I have to.
This is definitely something I would love to play again too. Not
Yeah,
hell, this would be love. This is something I'd love to do as a longer term series. You know,
yeah.
that we eventually do down the line, maybe. But
I think maybe what I could see for this is it not necessarily being our longest, but being a mini series that is like, but like 5 or 6 episodes.
yeah, 5 or
You know,
6, 8 to 10, something like that, like at most. Because this game, as Mitha and I figured out through playing this game for 3 seasons, this game breaks at the seam when you play it for longer than that. If you want character development to actually happen.
hmm
And it stopped being interesting because character development wasn't happening.
right.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be the same person for the lover. You can change it whenever you feel like it. But yeah.
Right. But yeah, okay, I think I'm just gonna do vampire. And let's see, the um also they're very sexually, yeah. Of course. This is very good. Beautiful, gain a string on everyone. Yeah, someone once saved your unlife. They gained a string. Interesting. Everyone is
Also read through the sex moves in the Darkest Self. Those are very good.
Yeah, I see sex move. When you deny someone sexually, gain a string on them. When you have sex with someone, lose all strings on them. What are strings? I don't know anything about that yet.
Strings are... Let me pull up the sheet for the audience. Pulling strings. It is a move that you can do. When you spend a string on someone, choose one. You can tempt them to do what you want, give them a condition, add +1 to your roll against them, or add 1 to the harm you deal to them.
Mm.
Conditions are essentially gossip that people know about people. So like, oh, Vamp Daddy, he's a slut. And that's a condition you can get. And whenever somebody can
Hey, being a slut's not a bad thing. The fuck?
yes, but this is
No one said it was.
this is clicky bullshit, you know? That you have to think that that's the lens we're in. You know?
So it's supposed to be seen as a bad thing in this?
It's just things that people would gossip about.
Eh. We're in fucking university. Everyone's
If people think, being a slut is a bad thing, you need better friends.
Well, also, we're in university. Everyone's a fucking slut in university. The fuck?
Yeah,
Slut's
exactly.
the simple answer.
Or wants to be.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's a difference between. I'm just trying to give it the classic example, or like, oh,
Sure.
they're a no life, you know, or they're a stalker, or like, you know, there's lots of different words
Yeah.
that we can use to describe this.
Sure.
Um,
But you know, we're autistic, so semantics matter. The details.
the devil is in the details.
Yeah.
Strings. Let's see if I can find to give this a little conditions. All right, perfect. Here we are. Conditions represents your character's social situation and weakness. There are things that people are saying and thinking about you that shape how you're treated, or even how you see yourself. Condition takes the form of gossip, unsavory opinions, and interpersonal labels. Conditions are given to people through shutting someone down, pulling strings, and a few other avenues. If you take advantage of a condition that someone has while making a move against them, add +1 to your roll. In order to take advantage of a condition mechanically, though, you need to explain what that looks like in the story. It's important to note that conditions are things that other characters think about a particular character. So if Monique gets labeled as a slut or a preening diva, it doesn't necessarily mean the player thinks she is those things, or that they think that those things would be a problem if she were. That said, it's important to be careful and thoughtful about brandishing harmful words even in play. As a white woman, I'm okay with making conditions out of misogynistic language, but not going to be evoking racial slurs in my storytelling.
Mm.
Another thing I really love about this game, they understand what type of game this is, and they're very careful about the way they use language and try to push people to do that in ways that are conscientious.
Yeah. So one of the things Oh, and somebody's back. Who did we lose? Somebody dropped
I'm
out of the
here.
call. Yeah, but somebody dropped out. Who was it? And then somebody came back.
Can we, Mitha? Can we hear you?
Jawohl, mein Herr.
Azure, can we hear you?
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
hear them both.
Okay, good. We're
Yeah.
fine then. I will. The one thing that I'm looking at sex moves. I don't know that I agree with the idea that when you have sex with somebody, lose all strings on them. Wouldn't you? That feels like a gain. That feels weird. I don't get that. I don't understand. Why would you lose anything
So
from doing?
this is the vampire sex move specifically.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that
so
doesn't
here's the
make
thing.
sense to me.
This is the move that this is kind of the vibe it's playing off of. Is your allure is in the chase. Your allure is in the power you hold over somebody by thinking that people can get what they want. You know, that's the type of the vibe with the vampire in this. It's dangling the carrot but never quite giving it to somebody.
Denial.
Yeah. That's the kind of vibe of that sex move, or at least I think that's the implementation of it.
I get it. I don't like it. That's not interesting to me. That's not what I. Also, that's just not how I see vampires. I guess.
Hmm. And it's basically it's the quote unquote if denying somebody gives you strings by making them frustrated and not giving what they want, and so they're more willing to do what you want through the strings.
That seems. But see, that's weird to me because it's like
get what they want, and once they get what they want, you lose the strings.
See, yeah, that's weird to me because it's like that is not at all how I see it. It's like
How do you
the
see
sex is well, the way that I see things is like you sure the flirting is one thing, but then actually having sex and then having them want more and come back for more repeatedly, and then wanting to continue to have sex with you, especially like with the biting and everything. Because generally, the way that like sex is depicted with vampires is that it's really pleasurable, right? That it feels really good, and people don't want it to be over, and they want to come back for more. So that's why I'm like, that seems weird. That like they have sex with you and like, oh, that like the impression that this system gives off with the way that it is that they have sex with you and then they have no more interest, which seems crazy for vampires, the way that they typically work. Seems like it would be the opposite,
So
like,
remember, these are college student vampires. It's tremendously bad sex.
Listen, way too late TV. I don't know what sex was like when you were in university, but I was good from the get-go. Sorry. Not sorry. I had sex for the first time when I was 18, and no, sorry, I was actually very good at it.
Boys, you're both pretty.
I believe him.
Yeah, first time I had sex, it lasted 45 minutes, and I was the one riding, so... That bitch was just laying there.
This is a perfect public service announcement.
Yeah, public service announcement. I can fuck.
Silver Cat Boy fucks. Film at 11.
Also, I will say, I feel like just queer
No, you
people...
gotta pay for that.
Like, the thing is, if you're not queer, maybe that's... I don't know. Maybe my perspective is skewed and other people have different experience. I guess that for me, it was just like, I don't go into anything without feeling like I know what I'm doing. Like, yeah, I'd never had sex before, but I like knew what I wanted to do, and I'd been in the kink community for so long, so it wasn't really...
I think your experience is not the normal one. Which is nothing
Fair
wrong
enough.
with, of course.
I think
Your
also there's a
experience is
certain
not
amount.
universal.
There's a certain amount of this is queer sex we're talking about, not cis straight sex.
That's also kind of what I was thinking, like I don't want to put out a standard out there that if you're having sex for the first time and you're queer that you have to be good right off the get-go. Everybody's different, but in my case, I don't know. It wasn't hard. Like, well, it was hard, but you know what I mean? It was not difficult. It's just like, yeah, just, a cock in a hole and then you ride and then you both come and there you go. I mean, we went for 45 minutes because we just kept going, but that's also 'cause-
Anyway, you don't need to continuously talk about this in explicit detail.
Let's-
That's going to
let's-
be
let's-
on Silver Catboy's OnlyFans later.
OnlyFans. Yeah, that's what OnlyFans is for.
Yeah.
Also, I think we sort of stomped on Azure talking about Azure's character.
Yeah, sorry, Asher.
Oh no, I was having a hilarious time listening to this conversation.
How are you feeling about your character?
I am gonna go with the ghoul.
Ooh, ghoul. What is your origin? Is died in a car crash after swerving to avoid to hit someone. Lovely.
Yes.
Tell us about the tell us about her.
Let's see. I'm gonna say she's one of those like taller college students that just doesn't join any of the clubs and just keeps to herself most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like ever since there's been rumors about what happened, but only like one or two people know about that she actually crashed in a car, and everyone else just spreads rumor of like, oh well, maybe she joined some cult or something, because she's very much even more antisocial than she was before.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. We love this. So, we have character's name is Jamie.
Yeah.
What pronouns does Jamie have?
Jamie Lockwell.
That's not
It's
her
not
pronouns.
Jamie / Lockwell pronouns.
You will exclusively refer to me as Shadow the Hedgehog.
What are Jamie's pronouns, Azure?
She, her, I think. At least that's what you wrote.
She, her.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay, I actually need to grab water real quick. Should we take a quick little break, or do y'all have
Hydration
things
break.
that we need to talk about? Do the rest of you have things we can talk about and discuss and thoughts?
Not really. Also, I have to piss anyway, so perfect
right.
timing. I have to
Go
pee.
piss him.
Yeah. All right. Ignore our completely broken be right back screen. Wap.
Whap.
All right.
Oh.
So we have a ghoul, a hollow. Do we have a Mitha?
I don't even know if we have an Azure.
Hmm.
I think we have just a you and me.
All right. We gotta decide what this vamp boy looks like anyway. So
Well, problem is I don't like the rules, so I'm like,
you can pick something else. That's fine. Or we
I
can.
might have to. I don't know. I mean, can we just change what the vampire thing does?
What do you want the vampire thing to do?
Not that.
What do you want it to do?
I don't know. The deny someone sexually, gain a string on them. Like maybe that's fine, but like I just
Whenever you have sex with someone, you gain a string on them is fine.
that was kind of what I was thinking. Like that feels better. But then what is my lose a string thing, right? Because I have to have one in, or how does it work? Is it
It doesn't
does everybody
have to work that way. It's just denying someone sexually and then getting a string on them is a lot easier to do. And so to balance it out, they gave them a lose condition. But it can just be
Oh,
whenever you have sex with someone, gain a string. That seems perfectly fine to me.
yeah, and I think that balances out also the difficulty because denying someone sexually is such a
It's a lot
actually having sex
easier,
like yeah. Okay, I'm
especially
cool.
in the way this game works. Denying someone is a lot easier.
Gotcha. Yeah, then I think we'll just change it then to
That
as
is
the
why vampires have that lose state, is because denying someone sexually is a lot easier to do
okay.
than a lot of the other sex moves.
Okay, gotcha. Vampire.
Hi, welcome
To the
to the Monster House. Hi, pizza.
Hate
Hey,
pizza.
pizza.
Mafia.
Hi, pizza.
She pizza on my mafia till I too.
Shall I fake you being?
Sure.
uh,
Woo.
oh whoa. Oh whoa.
Whoa.
Hello, Mr. Obama? Is that you?
Also, if anybody's not following, they need to follow right now to show our special new thing that we got.
Oh, yeah.
She
We have a
pizza on my
thing.
mafia till I fake crime. Also, pizza, you got to put your pronouns in the pronouns thing.
Yeah.
And
Pronoun it up.
did I just hear?
Oh, fun fact. Did you guys know tomorrow is Pizza's birthday?
Yes.
Oh,
Someone
Pizza, you
did
weren't
follow.
following?
What the heckity? Thank you for the follow,
Pizza.
pizza.
Yeah, thanks for the follow, Pizza, but also why weren't you following before?
Oh, you
He
unfollowed then
was and
refollowed.
refollowed.
Oh.
It's your birthday. Very nice.
Birthday.
Well, if you want to be in the game, you could be in the game. Do you want to be a character in the game? Do you want to be a rat man in the game or something? I don't know.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
I think Kat just meant like throw a character out there to be an NPC.
All right, lovely. All right.
There's now a rat man in the game, I guess.
What pronouns does this character have?
The one I made, or
No, pizza.
Pizza.
the rat.
He,
me.
him. All right, the rat
him.
man uses he, him pronouns, and his name is Pizza.
No, actually.
He got the nickname in high school because of Pizza Rat. Nickname
They them,
is,
plural, because they are a rat king. Oh, that's funny.
They them plural because they are is this a he they king? Uh Lovely. All right, you're on my character list.
Ah, ha, ha.
All right. Also,
Also,
it's a Twitch extension. We should put this in our bio somewhere so we can link people
yeah, I
to
was
it.
literally just thinking that too.
But for those who don't
Oh,
have it, this
I could wait. I can actually make it as a
an alert or like a
no,
like
not yeah, we can turn it into a chat command.
mhm.
Um uh, what is it? Not OBS, it's what the fuck is it called again?
Stream elements.
Thank you. My brain stopped working.
Anyway,
Yes, anyway.
so we have your vampire. Your vampire.
Vampire.
Blah. And all that. What is this vampire's name?
Oh, right. I need to decide that. Hold on.
Oh boy, names, the fun part.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
want me
picky
to-
about those at all. No, hold on. I can hope of something.
All right. Azure, all right, let's just start doing this other thing while. All right, so we got a floor plan.
Enoch. That's a good one.
Enoch. All
I
right.
do like that name.
Can you spell that
Yeah.
for me? Because I'm not going to be able to spell that.
Enoch.
Thank you.
Could you
Yes.
type it out?
I'm gonna put it in the where the fuck?
Just in general or something?
It's a biblical reference.
Yeah.
Enoch.
All right, so Azure.
Yeah.
So what is the name of the RA? She is the vibes that Australian breakdancer that everyone's trolling on right now. Peppy, excited to be here. That type of vibe.
I am unfamiliar.
All right, I don't know. Silver, do you know what I'm talking about?
Australian lady.
The
Huh?
the breakdancer that everyone's like, wow, this is this just on my For You page?
Oh yeah, it's
Probably.
people are suspecting because she did not dance like that to actually
Get in.
to get in. Yeah, she did that. So people are like, oh, she's making fun of people are not happy because they're like,
Yeah.
she's being an asshole, basically. Which I am currently, that is my belief, is that she was just being an asshole.
Lovely.
I have no idea what's being talked about.
Basically, at the Olympics, there was an Australian contender who, to qualify, danced probably well, and then for the actual competition, danced really poorly, seemingly on purpose. And people were like, "What the fuck? How did she contend? Whatever." And she's like a professor, and she does a bunch of research things. So people think that she was being an asshole and basically using this as an opportunity to do some research. So, like at the Olympics, like, okay, go fuck yourself. Actually, somebody who actually would have taken this seriously and like really deserved to get in should have qualified. Then you should
Like,
not have.
yeah, pizza. That's why all the skateboarders are children. Because they're the only ones that aren't smoking weed at the Olympics. Anyway.
Anyway, that fucking shit show aside, why did you bring her up? What were you talking about?
I just saw. That's basically the RA is a peppy, excited to be here, way too into their job type person. And what is their name? Azure.
Oh, am I picking a name for an NPC?
Yeah, that's how this goes. As you can see, we have a dorm layout. Their dorm is going to be Dorm A. And y'all will get to put yourselves in dorms. And that's how I'm going to make the NPCs.
Oh gosh, I thought making one name was hard enough.
Oh, I've decided. I know this last name.
None brain cell.
I've decided on the last
Jessica,
name.
thanks for the name. Oh, did that do something? Okay, yes, I'm still here. Cool. Hey, if the chat wants to throw out names too, why the fuck not? Alright, we have Pizza, the Rat Man. He's going to be in Dorm B. Do you want to room with the Rat Man, Silver?
There needs to be a companion cube in that room.
Yeah, hold on, a question. Do all of the way that this works, is it part of the game system where each person has like a dorm person that's with them, or is that
That
just
is
something?
typically how American colleges work. And
Okay.
I think it works very well for the dynamics.
I like the idea of my character's parents being fucking loaded because they're vampires, and so he has a single room.
Sure, I'll give you that.
I'm thinking because of all the sex. Also,
So-
I imagine also that even if he did have a roommate at some point, he would have asked to change out.
So, did you put your name in? Okay,
I did.
There we are. Good. Enoch Kane. God, that's so fucking Jesus.
Someone was edging very hard.
Oh, I edge.
Yeah, do you want to tell me how you
I'm
edge?
I'm not
Okay.
like putting it down.
As do you want to? Microsoft Word really wants to hear about how you edge, Silver.
Oh, I edge. That's not even true. I make other people edge.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So, does anybody want to live with the Rat Man, or is he getting its own another NPC?
This feels like something that Azure plus Ratman feels correct.
I kind of want to
But that's
make
up to
the
Azure.
other two, and I want to make two NPCs live together, kind of, or two PCs live together.
Here's a really radical and fucking weird idea. Maybe maybe like put the one female character with a female NPC.
Well, I was gonna put April and Jamie together.
All right.
I mean, co-ed living is a thing.
Yeah, it's not.
I found out that like that's not as common in the States, I guess, but that's
Yeah.
It's not.
relatively common here.
Well, that's because Canada's living in the future.
Yeah.
I don't.
All of the clocks in the United States still say 1950.
I believe you. Yeah, it's not common in the US. Okay, I got you. I think it's just that like it's more expensive to like do that.
Yes.
To not. So I think that's part of it here. I don't know.
All right. You get. Do you have a preference on D through H? On what room you want, Silver?
I have some thoughts. I think E
E. All right.
next to storage for reasons.
Lovely.
My thought was like it would be very funny if he was in D though, because then everyone going up the stairwell will hear him having sex 24/7.
I mean, everyone going to the washroom will hear it. These
Yeah,
walls are thin.
yeah,
They're gonna hear it.
yeah.
Love.
But he shares a specific wall with the storage, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I have thoughts. Thoughts.
Are you the thought though?
Thoughts
am.
and fifis.
He is definitely the thought.
All right.
Did you not read my pronouns? It's he, him, ho.
Yes, of course. I'm so sorry. All right. So I like that the stoner who grows a weed under his bed lives with pizza. What is this character's name? Has anybody got ideas?
Kyle.
Kyle, lovely.
You're missing one of my pronouns, by the way, Kat.
Oh my fucking god. Jesus fucking Christ. Y'all are so needy.
Yeah. What about it?
Damn liberals.
Tunneling through the walls.
His street name is Rusty.
Rusty. That's amazing. Pizzas or the stoner?
The questions.
Cool. What is the name of the one cheerleader that lives on the block, in dorm D?
Cindy.
Cindy, all right.
These are all the whitest fucking names. Jesus Christ.
Welcome to Midwest America.
Was that where we are, supposedly?
Yeah, we're in West Dakota.
Oh, okay. I don't know where that is.
Thinks it's not a real place. That's the joke.
Oh, right. There's another, but the Dakota is a real place.
Yes, there's there's North and South Dakota, but there's no East and West Dakota.
Oh, gotcha.
And what's the name of the shy book nerd lesbian that's obsessed with the cheerleader that's her roommate?
Leslie.
I want to come up with a name.
Yeah,
Let me pick
Silver.
one.
Silver.
Oh,
picked
go
this
for
one.
it.
Isaiah.
Waits for me to get a turn.
Or Frey. Frey is cute. Like Freya. Freya. Also very like supernatural-y. Because based off the gods.
All right, Freya.
Yeah, Freya. Like the Greek god.
All right,
Goddess of the hunt.
you live by yourself. What are Mitha? What are the name of the two best friends that started the frisbee golf team on campus?
Do we have know anything else about them?
They're type people went to a small school, weren't enough to make it into like really into sports, like sports jocks, but aren't actually good at sports.
Paige Higgins and Sarah Zine.
All right. Cool.
You know what I just realized?
Mm-hmm.
Dominique in English is generally considered a woman's name, right?
Correct.
In French, it's a man's name. Dominic. So that's but I guess in English you said Dominic.
Mhm. It depends.
Hmm. I mean, the masculine word, yeah, is Dominic.
Yeah.
I've never,
Dominique versus Dominic. Yeah, that's generally how it is in the States.
yeah, which is the thing is, it is spelt with the Q-U-E in French
Hmm.
because that's just how you say that word. That's how you spell that word.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's, but in English, you guys pronounce it differently, which is,
Anyway. I don't know. Is there any... What character archetypes am I missing here, Mitha? What Mad Libs bullshit. I have two... I need 4 more NPCs.
bitchy gay.
Bitchy
What
gay.
what
Yeah.
hilarious stereotypes are we missing?
Yeah. The bitchy gay, the bitchy gay and the straight conservative roommate.
Yeah.
Mm,
The one Asian girl.
Oh no.
All right, what's the name of the bitchy gay, Mitha?
Lena Giles.
Oh, I was thinking a man.
Look, I
And I
asked.
think bitchy gay, that's who I think.
Dick Broski.
Dick Broski is the name of the
God.
bitchy gay.
perfect.
Fucking awful. Oh my god. Mika, I'm putting you in jail for that one. What the fuck?
To be fair, I think she's referencing old character names that we have. She's
Okay.
cheating.
I am.
She's using
I literally have the
Performance
conca from the old.
she's using
Literally,
performance enhancing drugs.
Cheating! Cheating!
I'm using the conca from the old version of this game.
I love uh, I love a bitchy gay being named Dick Broski though.
Richard, but everyone calls him Dick because, well, you know, that's
Yeah.
funny.
He is.
And then what's the name of his straight conservative roommate?
What's a God? We need. You know what we need? We need. What's a really Mormon name?
Mitha.
Tom?
Yeah, Misa. What's a really Mormon man's name?
Mark.
Mark. Love
Mark.
Do you have any idea how many Marks there were in my high school graduating class?
I believe you.
Too
You
many.
Mark
are the one that know the.
There were. Let's just say it was in the double digits.
So what's a really Mormon last name too, Mifa?
I got
Young.
Yes, Young, of course.
Mark Young. Oh God. Mark Eaton. Oh, yeah. It's a good one too.
All right, we got 2 more. Anybody?
Again, I suggest the one lone Asian girl.
Is that a stereotype that we're allowed to use? Is a bunch of whiteys? I mean, it's I don't know.
I mean, this is sort of reflective of my college experience because it was like there was always just that one person, and everyone else was white as fucking mayonnaise and annoying about it.
I mean, I went to a UC school, so 40% of my college was Asian. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I some of my first college was in Utah, and so I'm sort of referencing that. But then I moved to San Francisco, and it's like, oh, I'm in the minority now. I'm the one white person in this classroom. I'm okay with this.
I think when I went to university, I mean, both going to SAJEP, high school and university, because of where I live and everything, like it's kind of a big city. So there was always like everyone that was there was always really a mix of people.
Mm-hmm.
And also like I'm not American, so like even though Canada and the US share a lot of like things, there's a lot of stuff that still are not like, especially when it comes to like the university culture is very different.
Mm-hmm.
So That's another thing that I
Oh, we don't have
can't
any frat
speak to.
people. We need to put a.
See, again, I don't see. We don't have. That's a great example of something. We don't even have anything similar to that.
And
so.
I have no experience with frat culture.
I mean, I have enough experience of it. All right.
I'm sorry, but in like the late 90s, early aughts, if there's one person that never got into any frats at all, it's the trans woman.
Well, naturally, but
I love pizzas.
Musician. That's a good one. The guy at basketball.
Guy on a basketball or football scholarship who is very much behind on his homework and at risk of losing his scholarship.
That sounds like the kind of guy I'm gonna fuck.
yeah,
Brett Armstrong.
I love that. All right. And the
Also, yeah, there's like bands, right? You guys have like bands that are really a thing. You guys do that shit a lot.
mhm.
Band clubs.
We do. I'm coming at this from an outsider's perspective of the trans woman in college. It's like,
Yeah,
Greek to me.
yeah. Valid.
Brett Armstrong, the guy on the basketball scholarship, who's very much behind. That's very good.
Who I'm gonna fuck repeatedly. Yeah.
And then, yeah, I like the musician, non-binary musician.
And they're gonna be at every party. They whip out a guitar. They're the one with the guitar at every party. I know that's a stereotype,
Yeah.
right? Looking for validation because I
Yes.
don't know.
What is our non-binary friend's name? That it's the musician. Moss. Got it.
Moss. Yes, that's a good one. So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
This, it's like, you're non-binary. You're supposed to be cool, and you kind of are. Please, for the love of God, stop playing Wonderwall. All right, lovely. So we've got Jessica, the RA, Pizza, the Rat Man, Kyle, street name is Rusty, the stoner, Jamie and April, Cindy, the one cheerleader that thinks she's better than everyone else, Freya, the shy book nerd who's obsessed with Cindy and doesn't realize it, Enoch by himself like a weirdo, Paige Higgins and Sarah Zine, the two best friends who started the frisbee golf team on campus, Dick Broski, the bitchy gay, Mark Young, the straight conservative pastor's son, Brett Armstrong, the guy on the basketball scholarship who's very much behind on his homework and at risk for losing it, and Moss, the non-binary musician. Lovely.
And whatever the hell April and Jamie got going on.
Well, y'all are PCs, so you don't get non-descriptive one-liners.
Wait, why'd you write Enoch, the one that's on Alone, then?
I didn't write that. That's what I said.
Oh. Gotcha.
I might need a list of these names because it took me like
Same.
4 weeks to memorize one coworker's name at my job.
Oh, you mean this wrist right here?
Yes.
This list. You mean this one? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. The one I've been writing I've been here the whole time.
I have always been here.
Sam Reich, the one true god.
I'm in the walls.
Horrifying.
Big Hootie, I swear to. One of these days, you gotta play Hootie just as a character.
That's fun, yeah.
That sounds like something I can do.
Yeah, one of these days.
Also, Asher, you should totally have your helmet up more.
Yes,
We would love to see you speaking.
we'd love to see
have it
your
down so
beautiful
often.
face.
Yeah.
One of 52.
One of the many.
The visor is for containment.
Final boss, Sam Reich, because he was always here all along. Yes,
the
because he's been here the whole time.
whole time.
Anyway, so, uh, it is the first week of school.
Wait, I
And
haven't done anything. Hold on.
yep.
We just have the. Are we supposed to add stuff like
So
moves and pick things like?
you should pick two. For you specifically, you get two vampire moves. Choose two of them.
Okay.
Does everyone else have chosen their moves, their look, pronouns,
See,
everything else?
Yes.
Everyone else choose your stats.
Yes.
how do the stats work?
Did you not do that yet, Mita?
Yeah, it's the one thing I don't have.
Okay.
Um,
Let me find your
much like Thirsty Sword Lesbians, each playbook has two options for stat things you can pick, and then you just punch them in.
So it's +1 hot. You can take +1 hot, -1 cold, -1 volatile, +2 dark, or -1 hot, -1 cold, +2 volatile, +1 dark. Those are your two options, Mita, as a hollow.
Excellent.
And then have you chosen some moves for yourself, Silver?
Yeah, I pick two.
Cool. I'm just going to tell you what stats to use because this is the one you're going to pick. +2 hot, +1 cold.
Wait, what do I do? Where do I add these things? Sorry.
There is a line underneath look and origin above where it becomes 3 columns that is hot, cold, volatile, and dark.
Oh, hot, cold, volatile, dark. Okay, yes.
I mean,
That's what she's giving you.
Yeah, so you can either have, you will always have -1 volatile and -1 dark, and you can
So I put -1.
yes,
-1 dark. Okay.
and then you can choose between 2 and hot or 2 and cold.
Right.
I'm
What are
assuming
those?
you want 2 hot.
Yes, but also, what does it mean?
Hot is the stat
hot
used to turn
means-
people on. Cold
Yeah.
is the stat used to shut people down.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Dark is like dark magic moves.
Gotcha.
And volatile is how close are you to losing your temper?
And fighting.
Oh, okay.
How
Gotcha.
likely you are to smack somebody.
Well, no, volatile is lashing out physically and running away.
Mm,
And then
Okay.
gaze into the abyss is dark.
okay.
So let me run over Enoch. Look in origin.
With a car.
Hey. Rude.
So so yeah, you should have 1 cold then as well. I'll make it
Okay.
change that for you. Cool. So you also need to set a look and origin.
Right. Or what is origin? What does that mean?
Where your monster came from.
Mama and
basically-
Papa.
I mean, basically, you can put whatever you want in there. It's just sort of, this is to remind you of your character's high concept, essentially.
Vamp Daddy.
Origin is
That's
newly
America Vamp.
so the options they have are newly reborn, taken this century, many ages old, Lord, cursed blood.
Huh?
That's the suggestions they make.
Wait. Can you reread them? Sorry.
Newly reborn, taken this century, many ages old, Lord, or cursed blood.
Where do I see that?
It's in the book.
Right. What page?
Do you have the reference sheet open? Because that's what I'm looking at.
I don't when I'm trying to find it. 1 second. I have so many tabs open.
Would you want me to put this in Discord? Would that be easier?
Yes, please.
infinite tabs.
Here,
I have so many tabs.
I'm gonna put it in your DMs so that it doesn't.
Thank you.
That.
Okay, and there's no other descriptions.
This
with
is
them?
these are just vibes. This doesn't have character implications.
Oh,
This is just character flavor.
okay. So for me, he was born a vampire.
Gotcha.
I like that idea.
Nice. I'm sure you do. All right, and then you can set your look and your eyes if you want, but we can write that.
I mean, I think it's gonna be me. He's just gonna look like me.
Yes.
At least for now. I think for for me playing the system for the first time and for us just creating this character and stuff, we've only planned to have I don't think that we're gonna have a full episode today because we spent a lot of time just figuring this stuff out.
We have roughly 30-ish minutes left, yeah?
Yeah.
Before you have to leave.
Yeah.
To go do evil or whatever you do. It is on your off time when you're not streaming.
Yes. My evil plotting, that's what I do.
Yes. All right. Mitha, do you want to start with backstory? Mitha?
You want to know my backstory?
I want you. Well, there's the backstory questions in the character sheet.
Gotcha.
Would you like to read those for the class?
Nice.
I am currently flipping through the PDF.
It's also on your character sheet in Roll20, if that's easier.
That is much easier. So you're asking me to read from your backstory?
Yes.
You've been taking your social cues from someone, and doing so has taught you a lot about them. Gain 2 strings on them. Someone's seen through your invented past and realized it's all lies. They gain 2 strings on you. Now, the idea is, we just decide who gets the strings and who doesn't, pretty much.
Sure.
There are 3 of us. If there are 3 players, three NPC, 3 PCs, player characters. So you pick one that somebody gets, and the other person gets the other one. So who have you been taking social cues from, and who knows who you
are? Mitha, I have a thought.
Hit me.
So mine, for one of my backstory things, someone saved your life. Someone saved your unlife. They gained 2 strings on you. What if the time that you saved my life, let's say that you saved my life, I also ended up figuring out who you were because of that. So it can all be tied up in one scenario.
Hell yeah. We can decide later what that day or that scenario look like, but I'm down with that.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's fun. So we each have 2 strings on each other from the same incident, which I think is cool.
I mean, knowing a lot about this character, you probably turned your arm into a spike and stabbed somebody. Probably.
Yeah. And Enoch probably went, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know. It's probably, again, we can talk about it later. My initial thought is perhaps Vampire Hunter tried to kill him or something.
Oh, there's definitely vampire hunters here.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I saw that in one of the options. Well, it wasn't Vampire Hunter, but it was Monster Hunter I saw for the Chosen One or something. So I was like, okay, that's the thing in this.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Monster Hunter, Monster Fucker, same thing.
In this case, I'm a monster and a monster fucker.
Yes.
2 great tastes that go great together. Now, my sort of suggestion is she's been taking her social cues from Jamie because, roommate.
Yeah, that's a good
roommates.
one.
Oh my god.
They were roommates.
Oh
They
my
were
god, they
roommates?
were roommates.
Jamie has 2 strings on her.
Cool.
Think
Jamie,
wonk.
what are your what is your character's backstory questions?
trying to figure out how all the little text boxes work on the sheet.
Also, Kat, Jamie's pronouns are incorrect.
Sorry, we wanted. So you do want me to change these to the character's pronouns, not the player's pronouns.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
okay.
that makes sense. If everybody else is okay with that, of course. That was my thought.
Same difference for me because they're all the same.
Mhm. I mean, he, him, ho is going to be your pronouns no matter what character you're playing. Unless you decide to play, like, I don't know, a child, I suppose.
And let's face it, April is the literal embodiment of they, them.
Yes.
I mean, do you want to change the pronouns to just they, them, or do you want it to be still she, they?
So I wrote she, her, they, them, but I could actually totally see this character being just a they, them.
Well, whatever
Yeah,
you
up to
prefer.
you. Yep.
Sure, let's
I
go ahead and have April just be a they.
I have a crazy idea.
Yes.
And it just might work.
It just might
I
work.
hope so. So we have established that April saved Enoch, yes?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Possibly from monster hunters.
Yeah. We'll probably discuss it
Yep.
a little more later, but yeah, that's the idea for now.
Why don't we tie a vehicle accident in there?
Okay. How is
One
that?
of mine is, did anyone watch you die? If so, gain 2 strings on each other. I want to say that the monster hunters were probably chasing down Enoch in like a truck or a van or something.
Oh.
April did something to mess up their car and or get them off the road. Jamie just so happened to be driving that night, ran into that car, flew through
There are
the
small
windshield.
metal spikes in the tire.
Yeah, crashed into their car, ended up in like the van in like some weird occult supplies or something, and that was why she came back.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's messy. I love that.
That is very messy because this is so basically all of our which I think is good also for characters that we want to all have connection to one another.
Mhm.
You
That's
know?
what these questions
That is
are about.
literally what this is designed to do.
Yeah.
So you're
So that
I
saying
want to
that
say that Enoch just managed to see Jamie like crawl out of the car wreckage, like covered in glass and like broken bones.
Oh, he
And,
probably
like,
smelt her, as in
Yeah.
the blood. You know?
yeah, and
My
like
thought
right as
is
she makes
also April-
eye contact with him, she just dies.
like
Yes,
April.
Well,
My
you
thought
probably hear
is
her heartbeat, right?
knowing what April is as a character, especially if one of her actions caused another person to get hurt, she would go over to you and help. She might have brought you to the hospital or something, or like helped you get out of the car, or like that type of thing, you know?
Also, I want to say that Enoch is another reason why Enoch is very aware of at least some idea of who and what April is, because there's no heartbeat there.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense.
Only
But
one
yeah.
appears when you touch her.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Jamie woke up in a hospital after the wreck, and it's just like no idea how you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you both have 2 strings on Jamie, and Jamie has 2 strings on either of you.
Is that how that
And
works?
the other one is
Yes.
Okay.
someone reminded you what love was when you thought that death had stolen it away from you forever. Give them a string,
Aw.
and it's got to be April.
Aw.
Gay.
That's cute.
How does that work?
Also, okay. Okay.
Jamie has a crush on April.
Yeah, it's
At least
pretty
that's
simple.
what
I mean, if April like dragged her out of the wreckage and like to a hospital,
Yeah. It's like the firefighter effect, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's geez, there's a name for this. Nightingale effect? Anyway, what does it's you give them 2 strings or they have 2 strings on you, or what's it
Okay.
say?
So, Mitha,
you get 1 string on Jamie.
also, Mitha, your character sheet, I appreciate you keeping track of that, but you don't need to keep track of that. only keep track of the strings you have on other people, not strings you've given to other people.
I'm confused about something. So, hold on. How do strings work exactly?
Think of them as bribery tokens for other players and NPCs.
Essentially, they're sort of
okay.
like fate points in that, like, if you're in an interaction with them and you want to try and coax them to a certain result, you can use a string on them. And think of strings in universe as being like information, clues.
Are they permanent?
No.
You use them. They're a resource that you spend.
They're a currency.
They're currency.
Interesting. So, okay, so I have.
Let me go through with this, just to make this very simple, because I know how this works. April.
Yeah.
Jawohl.
You have 2 strings on Jamie currently.
I have 1 string on Jamie, if my understanding is correct.
Yes, but your move also gives you your social cues gives you 2 more, so you should have 3.
I have 3 on Jamie. Okay.
Oh god, no, you should have 5 on Jamie.
Holy shit.
So
What?
many.
So
oh my god.
we'll get there, but you should have
Okay.
5.
I'm just writing it down. I'm just taking your word for it.
April, you took your social cues from Jamie, so you know a lot about them. You have 2 strings on them. That's what your first thing says. Someone else has invented, someone has seen through your invented past and realized it's all lies. Silver, you have 2 strings on April.
Okay. 1 second, if we could pause for a sec. How do I add 2 strings? Do I
Just do
'cause the way that
2 April. That's all you need to write.
2 April? Okay.
However you
Okay,
want to
yeah.
keep track of it, but something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
That is April's things.
Okay.
Cool. Jamie. You, both April and Enoch, watched Jamie die.
Mm.
So April, you should have the 5 is correct, so don't worry about that, but that's where 2 of them are coming from.
Ah.
So I get 2 on Jamie because I watched Jamie die.
Yes.
Okay.
And then April reminded Jamie what love was. She gets another string on Jamie. So April, that's now how we have 3 strings on Jamie. And then you've been watching them. That's how we get to 5. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Okay.
That's
I have
all
so
of,
many strings on Jamie.
That's now Jamie's questions. No, you only have 2 on Jamie. Or Jamie, you only have 2 on April. You do not have 4.
Oh, I thought they both watched me die.
Yes. But where is the other 2 coming from?
I thought April was getting her social cues from me.
Yes, that means you get them on.
They gain 2 strings on me.
No.
That is what Hollow says.
What?
No, it's
Oh no,
gain 2
you're right.
It's to gain 2 strings on them. Sorry.
Okay.
We've had this problem before. I promise it's not just y'all. The one thing that is frustrating about the string system and being dyslexic and autistic and all this shit is you have to be very, very clear what the personal pronouns are suggesting to in the language. That's why I'm going through this very verbatim and making sure this is correct, because I understand this, but I understand for people that are not as clear with the system are confused by it. April,
Okay.
Jamie, you should have 2 strings on April. That is correct. So I'm going to
So
change
2
that
on
for you.
April and 2 on Enoch. Got it.
Yes. Now,
Okay, so wait, you have 2 on me? So wait, Jamie has 2 on me.
don't worry
Yeah.
about other people's
Nope.
strings. Just worry about the strings you have on other people.
Right, but I still need to know why. Like, how does Jamie have 2 strings on me? What was that from?
The accident as well.
Everyone has strings on everyone else.
because
You watched the way that the ghoul works is you watched them die, so
Yeah.
you gain 2 strings on each other.
oh, so they gain strings on me because I watched them die?
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, Silver,
Mhm.
you're beautiful. Gain a string on
Yeah.
everybody.
Oh shit. So I add one
You
from
add one
James
on
to
each.
April and Jamie. Okay.
Yes. Someone saved your unlife. They
Mhm.
gain 2 strings on you. That would
Yeah.
have been April.
Yeah.
April, we've already added this to your character sheet.
Yeah.
Everyone's strings are correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a cap mechanic like there is in... I have to learn something tempting about someone. 26.
We're queer. We're bad at math.
Damn right.
All right, let's... 'cause there might be a mechanic when you hit a certain strings threshold. Characters present. I don't think there is, not that I know of, so let's just go with what it is there and we'll worry about it later when we're not on the air. Cool. We got 7 minutes.
I mean, like I said, I was said about 7, but they're not here yet, so
Okay,
I'm just gonna go until they say
cool.
Until
they're
they
like-
say it's time to take you off.
yeah, until it's time
Take
to head
them off
out.
the van. Got it.
Yep.
Cool.
Just like
Well-
always, Silver is ready to go until someone tells him to stop.
All right.
Hey. But hold on. Okay, I still need there's some things I want clarification on.
Yes.
What the
can I help
fuck is
you?
Dark Self?
Darkest
Darkest
Self is the darkest version
The
of
abyss
yourself.
mechanic.
There are certain.
You're-
This is when the monster comes out. This is when you are in full toxicity mode, and your character is frustrated, pissed. It trigger for a vampire. Do you want to read that for
Hey, Silver, do you remember the eclipse thing in Girl by Moonlight?
very
Yeah.
similar mechanic? Yeah.
Basically that.
So this is when you eclipse?
Yes, essentially.
Ah, okay.
There
So
are things that trigger Darkest Self, and we'll get there if and when we get there.
Okay.
Do you want to read
But-
yours for us?
Everyone is your pawn, your plaything. You hurt them and make them vulnerable for sport, like a cat does with a mouse. Maybe you'll even drain them dry. Though you'll certainly take your time first. You escape your darkest self when you're put in your right place by someone more powerful than you. Interesting.
Yeah. And essentially, basically, there are moves like, for instance, lash out physically. On a 7 to 9, you can you do them harm, but you might become your darkest self, depending on if that feels like the correct thing to do. And there are certain circumstances when it happens, and we will get there when we get there. Yeah. You can also skirt death by becoming your darkest self. And things like that.
So
I know where I'd like to start.
well, I have more questions.
Yeah.
It says when you have 5 experience points, erase them and choose one advancement from the list below. Do we start with an advancement or no?
No,
Nope.
that's later.
You know those moves you chose?
Yeah.
That's part of the advancement.
But there's things under. There's like add 1 +1 to your stats.
You are at level 1. You will
Right.
pick one of these if and when we level up.
Right, but what I'm saying is is that... Oh, yeah, also, how do we get it? How does experience work?
Whenever you fail a roll.
So you never gain experience any other way? It's just from failing?
From failing and accepting strings, I believe.
There are certain rules and moves that cause people to gain XP.
Yeah, there was also
Like-
mechanics that allow that to happen. Go ahead, Ethan.
Like, for example, April gets XP when she gets sex.
I'm jealous.
Damn, I wish
There's
that, I
some
wish it worked
very
like that in real life.
There was some specific rules that make it work, but yeah, there's some moves give XP.
Okay, interesting. Do I?
For ghoul, whenever I satiate my hunger, I can choose to mark experience, or I can choose from a couple of other options.
Mm.
My suggestion: you just read your abilities, get to know them.
Yeah. I do. Oh, one of the things I did pick does do that. Okay,
For example, whenever you apply a condition to April, she gets XP,
gotcha.
and this will happen often.
Hmm. What is gaze into the abyss? What does that mean?
Eclipse.
No.
What does it mean then?
So, basically, the way you get XP is failing a roll, tempting somebody, and then whenever somebody tempts you with a string and you go along with what they want, you get XP. Gaze into the abyss is kind of interacting with the mythical world of the setting.
Mm.
I have a Control F function.
What's an example of that?
That is why I am going to the moon. Give me 1 second, my boy.
Okie dokie.
When you gaze into the abyss, name what you're looking for and roll dark. On a 10 plus, the abyss shows you lucid visions, and you take +4 to addressing them. On a 7 to 9, the abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answers nonetheless. Excuse me. Water break.
Dark. So if I have... Roll with dark, but I have -1 dark, so I wouldn't be able to?
You can roll it, but it is more likely to fail, which means more XP.
Well, yeah, I have a -1 dice.
No,
How
it's
does that work?
-1. So it's 2d6. You're always rolling 2d6, but you will have a -1 status to it. It's not -1 dice.
Oh,
2d6 minus 1.
so you actually want points in volatile and dark?
You want points in all your stats.
Okay.
That is just what your character starts with.
Okay. Gotcha. Does that... Okay, so this is just what vampires start with is...
Those stats. Those are the stats you picked.
I didn't pick... I mean, I picked 2 hot, right?
Yeah, you picked 2 hot, 1 cold, and then you had to have -1 volatile, -1 volatile, -1 dark.
Okay. Okay, hold on. The way that the hot, cold, and volatile and
These are your
dark roll-
stats, is they're just slight modifiers to your 2d6 roll.
right, but I guess what I'm wondering is, like, let's say this is a blank slate. Do you pick from? Do you just get 3 and you can put them somewhere, or how does this work?
Basically to better go with the vibes that the designers wanted with each character playbook has an array of stats they can choose from.
So not each character has hot, cold, volatile, and dark?
No, everybody has hot, cold, volatile, and dark. Those are the
Okay.
stats of the game.
Right.
Mitha, for instance, what are your stats?
My stats are +1 hot, -1 cold, -1 volatile, +2 dark.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So
Essentially, the game wants you to have 2 things you're good at and 2 things you're not.
right. So what's Jamie? What are your stats?
Mine are -1 hot, +2 cold, -1 volatile, +1 dark.
Okay, so we each have 2 in something, a 1 in something, and then
Well, they all add up to +2 is to +1 is the thing too. So that's how it's balanced.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I see. Brain. Ah,
But yeah,
Brain go burr.
brain go
do you
boom.
need more talking about what the abyss is? Because I have more information if you'd like it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear more about it.
Mm,
Yes.
So what it says is maybe you draw a pentacle in the earth and step in while chanting. Maybe you get high and slip into an alternate consciousness or commune with demonic voices in the woods, or simply black out during history class. When you lose yourself in brooding introspection, that's gazing to the abyss. Before reaching out to the abyss, ask yourself, what is my character actually doing? What does the audience see? The answers will be different for every character and often vary each time the move is used. That's great. What's important is to understand what's actually going on in the story.
Okay, so question. He feeds on somebody and gazes into the abyss, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
I roll -1 so I just get -1 to the overall roll.
Yeah, so let's say you roll a 10. Let's say you roll 2 6s. You get -1. That puts your actual result at 11.
Because you're saying if I roll like a maximum on my 2 6s, like I roll 12.
Basically, you can only roll an 11, and if you roll 2 1s, you'd get a 1. You know, if you rolled a 10,
Right.
you'd actually get a 9, which that's kind of the important break point. Is it's a little bit harder to hit each break point, if that makes sense, because you want to hit a minimum of 7, which is slightly harder for you.
Right. Because I have to hit 8
Yeah.
to get that. Okay.
But
Okay,
like,
so
for
let's say
instance, you feed on. This is a great example. You feed on somebody, and you're like,
Yep.
but what is their deepest, darkest desire?
Yeah.
That's the question you ask.
Yeah.
As you're tasting their blood, you roll gaze into the abyss, and you know, I would say something a lot. You say, and you roll a complete success. She's like, you taste the flavor of greed, power, you know, something like that. You know, would be
Sure.
like, it's whenever
They
you're doing
definitely
something
don't die.
spooky and supernatural to figure out something about somebody. You're like, it's the gather information roll, but you have to go through
Gotcha.
it, the access of the dark and the mysterious and the abyss, which is kind of the non-dominational kind of spooky shit anathema of the background.
Okay, I have some interesting thoughts then. Okay. Okay. Question, what happens? Let's say I bite into somebody, I'm wanting to find their deepest desires,
Mhm.
but I roll a 3, whatever, and I end up getting a 2,
You
right? So
fail.
I fail. Yeah. So what does that look like? What does failing?
Failure means me, as the GM, gets to make a move.
What is that? What does that mean?
Basically, I have a bunch of reactions I get to make. My reactions are a list of things that I'm showing on screen right now. But basically, I can be anything as bad as I trigger your darkest self. I can give strings to somebody. I can give you a condition. I can enact drastic measures. I can inflict harm. There's, I can tell you consequences and ask. There's lots of things that are there.
Right. So that's play wise. I guess I'm wondering rules wise what happens. Is there anything that happens rules wise, or I just fail and then there are like consequences in gameplay?
Yeah, that's
Like, what are
there's you don't like, if you fail a roll, if you're trying to punch somebody and you fail a roll and they punch you back, naturally the failure of that consequence is going to be, you're probably going to take some harm.
Yeah, harm. Right. So I guess my question is, okay, so, and this is, so to take experience, you fail any roll. So would I take, would that be something that happens? So I take experience from
Yeah,
failing
you
that?
roll gaze into the abyss, you roll a 3, you get mark experience.
Okay, but I don't, like in this case that we're talking about, these bitings, whatever, not necessarily take harm. That wouldn't necessarily also happen. It just depends on the context,
if I could, for instance, I could see a circumstance where you bite into the ghoul.
Yes.
And then you fail, I could give you harm, or
Yes.
you know,
It might-
you bite into somebody and they're really drunk or high, and then you're or something
Right.
like that. You know, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
whatever makes fiction a lot. There is most of my moves are enact fictional positioning.
Right. That makes sense. I guess. Yeah. I just needed clarification on like.
I don't roll a single dice in this fucking game. It's one of my favorite things.
Oh, that's actually really interesting. Okay.
All the rolls are things that you do, and I get to make reactions when you fail.
Got you.
And if you
Interesting.
never fail, I never take control of the story. It's all yours.
Fascinating. Okay. That is very helpful.
It's really nice as a GM also to never have to worry about picking up dice.
I had one scenario the last time I played this where I got like 10 critical successes in a row. Like I have screenshots of this, and I basically just sat down and told the story of what happened in this scene, and the DM was just like, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. I could definitely see why this. Firstly, the system is interesting. We've been playing a lot of kind of shitty little one shots lately, so I'm excited to play in a system that is a little more fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the things I like about this system.
Yeah,
No, this system is really well written. I really
yeah,
like
that's
the
interesting.
Monster Hearts.
I am excited. I do have to go to the bathroom. If we could take a break.
We can take
Um,
another go piss girl break. Is 5 minutes
Yeah.
enough?
Go, bye.
Maybe make it like 10.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to go also take
Go
care
piss,
of
bro.
Puppy and feed my
Go
pupperino.
piss him.
Puppy.
All right.
Puppy.
Break time. What the heck? Hello, everybody. Hello, Raiders. We're coming back from our break a little early to say hi. How are you? What were you streaming today? Fumble? Hi, Lavos. How are you? Everybody able to hear everybody? Neitha, can you say something? Are you there?
I am here. I am present. Hello, Raiders.
Dice roll.
Throw them dice.
We've been streaming some high-level D&D. Nice.
Oh, yeah. We've been essentially learning the ins and outs of the basics of the Monster Hearts 2 system.
Mm-hmm. Which I am
We've
a big,
actually
big fan
done
of.
character creation.
Yes.
And I believe, like, the boys are out resting still because they needed to rest. It is a great game. I've played it before and I really enjoy it.
Resting? Resting's for the weak!
Resting is in restroom, dear.
Yeah, I know. I had to feed my puppy!
Bopper.
Puppy! Puppy! I had to feed my pupperino. Hi, Raiders! Oh my god, did you know you guys are the first people to rate us?
Yeah, oh my god.
So exciting!
How many weeks have we gone without a raid?
Well, to be fair, we only started streaming about 3 weeks ago. So y'all are
Yes.
part of the first people to discover us. We're still in the discovery phase. We're still ironing out the kinks of streaming as a group. I've been streaming for a couple years now, but on and off. But
Mhm.
now I have this lovely group of friends here, and now we all
Yes.
stream together to do this. We've been working on this project together for the past 8 months. We've been prepping to do this. We have some really cool stuff planned. We just started streaming, so like this is again, like we said, like we've only been streaming for 3 weeks now. You know, another follow. Oh my god, thanks,
Oh god,
thanks, y'all. Also, I'm glad. You don't understand how long I spent getting that notification of the dice rolls.
It looks so good.
It's been, you guys don't understand. For anybody that has never messed with this kind of shit before, this is gonna mean nothing to y'all. Look at
Down,
the
Azure.
keys!
Down! Down!
So large.
Why are you becoming so large, friend?
I forgot that the scroll wheel was still attached as I was looking through chat.
It did the exact thing of you looking closer to the chat and you actually doing little dice. Yeah.
Yes.
Congrats on the follow count in 3 weeks. Yeah, thank
Me
you.
zooms in to look at chat. Ah, what's this?
Me.
We're all autistic and I'm stimming so bad right now. I'm
Me looks at
excited.
chat. Hello, everybody.
She's so large. We like big women in here. I am gay, but I can still appreciate big woman.
Large.
Giant woman.
Yes, that Steven Universe thing.
All I want to do is see you turn into
To
a
a
giant,
giant woman. Yes, giant woman. What was I saying? I was saying something. I'm excited. It's cool. We have people. Hi.
Yes, hello.
Well, can
Hello,
we
hello.
do a scene?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I know exactly what I would like to do first.
Do it,
Well-
DM. Set it.
So,
Do I get to be a whore?
yes. Always.
Yay. Thanks.
Always, bestie.
Always bestie.
You can be a whore whenever you would like. This is a
One
whore
thing-
inclusive. You know what
one
they say?
thing-
It's a whore. You know, it's a whore home, not a whore house.
That's
Because this
Very
is a
true.
family.
that's true.
Yeah. See, this is why I want to learn how to embroider, so I can just put it's a whore home, not or it's You know what I'm trying to say. Words.
Whore home, whore house. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
It's a whore. It's not a whorehouse. It's a whore home.
It is a whore home.
I feel like the jokes on this would write themselves. Yes, they would, Lavos.
Yes. Wait. Azure, you have to
Wow.
show your face.
Yes.
Show your raccoon face.
Show us your lovely face.
Eh,
Show us your lovely face.
1 of 52. Collect them all.
What is going on with my nose?
Yeah, as you can see, Azure is Azure, would you like to explain what you are actually?
No. I bet
Hello,
he.
I am one of several raccoons borrowing this suit of armor we found to hide snacks.
Yes, exactly. They are.
I'm loose.
Oh,
In bed.
I'm tight. Oh, you already went for it. God damn it.
No, he can escape. The cage is open.
Oh no! The raccoons.
Reese's cups. Yes.
Maybe.
See, the problem with enrichment training a large suit of armor of raccoons is you need to give each single one of them a gummy bear every single time you want to get them to do anything, and that's just a lot
If you
of gummy
want to,
bears.
if you want to bribe one, you have to bribe all of them.
They're collected.
And the problem is you never know exactly how many raccoons are in the suit of armor because it's a quantum state that fluctuates. So it could be anywhere from 2 to 52 at a given moment.
You can either know how many raccoons there are or how fast they're going, and not both.
Schrodinger's suit of raccoons.
Oh, that's just real.
Mitha, where?
If the raccoons start fighting, I just look like the Tasmanian devil mid-spin.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
How do you make mouse cursor come back?
Oh no.
In what?
Windows 11.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't know. I'm still in 10.
Oh,
That's a
God.
good decision. Anyway, I can kind of make this work.
I'm suddenly
Lord.
very concerned.
No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it, but
Don't
okay.
worry about it. Why would you worry
I'm
about it?
Because that's what I'm good
I
at.
worry about everything.
Same.
All right.
I have an anxiety disorder. What do you want from me?
You to love and care for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that every
Got it.
morning.
So DM, you mentioned you had a scene.
Yes. So it's been something that I like to do.
1
at
week.
Tabletop. It's been.
There's a catch that I get to borrow the
Anyway.
Sorry, I just made a 90s joke. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I love Bowling for Soup. It's really good fucking music. Anyway, all right. So it's been. Oh God, where did that go?
Pink.
The dorm layout disappeared.
We're very good at streaming.
So good.
Look, I'm sorry if my mouse went away and I'm having a little bit of trouble activating my computer.
You're fine.
Nita, can you do a quick search on the internet if I pressed a hotkey on accident?
Oh, fucking hell. What about plugging in and unplugging your mouse?
I did that. It didn't do anything.
Oh. Because that was, in fact, a problem that I realized I had after spending many times definitely not having a panic attack with Mitha helping me figure out what the fuck was going on with my mouse, only to find out that I just had to unplug and plug it back in.
Like, it's working. It's just, it's not like. I
Yo,
can't see
trackpad?
the.
Are you by any chance in a text field or typing something?
I don't
Smash
think
return a couple of times.
Wait, Azure, do you have the... Are you able to show the bin? Wow, Cat figures the shit out.
You know what? It's fine. I got the windows open that I need open. This is fine. All right. I'm just not going to click
Okay.
things, and this is going to be fine.
Okay.
All right. So it's
Yes,
been
it's somewhere.
about a month since the start of the semester.
Yes.
You all have started to getting to know each other. You know, you've done a lot of the icebreaker activities. You've done a lot of the, get to know each other stuff. Also, because we have a bunch of new people, let me do a quick introduction of the setting we're doing. We are doing Monster Hearts in college specifically because there's a lot of sex stuff in this game, and we are not entirely comfortable doing that with teenagers. and especially on screen. Very good.
Also,
sorry, I'm just
Also-
can't hold on. Straight face with the raccoon in the dumpster just moving
I
around.
didn't realize. Yes, perfect, Asher.
Why is it flying? Why is the suit of armor raccoon flying?
Don't you know that's
back here?
it's a magic trash can, like a magic carpet ride.
Magic carpet ride.
I'm the trash man.
World.
It's a magic dumpster.
All right,
yes.
all right. Very serious RP time. Oh god, the trash can's getting bigger.
The suit of armor is not.
Oh God.
Swirls out of control back towards the screen.
All right. I can do this. I am good at my job. Ooh,
You're
okay.
excellent at your job.
Thank you, dear. All right,
Yeah.
all right. So, it has been about a month since Jamie's accident. Thankfully, she was able to survive. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink,
and,
wink.
the oh god, now I need to open another tab. Fuck. What's the name of the RA?
Ah. I don't know.
Got it. Jessica, the
Jessica.
RA, has thrown a welcome back party. Essentially, it's on your dorm's little floor. There's like a little rec room with like a foosball ball table and like a bunch of couches and a TV.
I'm-
Really shitty couches and a really shitty TV, but
Naturally.
you know,
Did the Rat Man bring pizza?
of course the Rat Man brought pizza.
There you go.
He's the Rat Man. Pizza the Rat
But-
Man.
For those that don't know, it is exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah. Well, we got some art.
Oh, did we? We
Yeah.
got art?
Pizza drew art in like 10 fucking minutes. Do you want to link your Twitter, Pizza? Link the art for everyone?
I want to see the art too.
I can
You should
link-
put it on screen if you can.
Fastest pen in the West,
Look, I'm having some issues with my
or
mouse, so
whatever time zone he's in. I
Oh,
forget.
right.
I would
Never
rather
mind.
not.
Right. You can't find your mouse currently, so
I know. Well, I can't see my mouse cursor.
that's lovely. Love that for us.
She just has to wait until it brushes over something like trying to track an invisible person running through the desert.
Exactly. All right. Thank you, Pizza. There's the link to the Twitter. It's
Oh,
Fake
I
Pizza
love-
Mafia's birthday tomorrow, and so it's like, hey, do you want to be in the game? And he's like, sure. And so he's in the game. This is his character in the game,
That's incredible. And I love them.
right? He's so good. All right. So he's brought pizza. There's a little rat. That's as like, you know how the people like put little tape. They're in the middle console, like the little coffee table. There's a little rat in a cage there, and then the pizza's on top of there. It's open. There's lots of there's vegetarian pizza. There's some meat lovers pizza, things like that. And
I love her for meat.
I imagine everybody's kind of just sitting there waiting for Jamie to get back. Who is, I imagine, April, you're helping Jamie in the elevator or something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I make a great armrest.
You do. You really fucking do. Describe what your characters look like. For the audience.
So I think April is particularly pale. She has very dark black hair, and she's got that whole goth aesthetic going on. Very heavily goth. However, in this case, I think just a little bit fruity. Just a little bit fruity.
Just a little, huh? That's it? Just a little?
And right now
with
she's
some rainbow
basically
pins.
mimicking Jamie in her sort of tone, inflection, and mannerisms.
So fruity and autistic. Very good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's just who all of us are, ain't it?
Right?
It's like I
right.
said at the top. It's like there's going to be heavy autism vibes here.
What is Jamie's style? I imagine she's probably got some crutches or something, and a cast of some kind.
She's probably got like one crutch, but other than that, she's like 6.5 feet tall
Damn.
with a
Fuck.
blonde ponytail, side shave, but like kind of a faded blonde hair color.
Mhm.
Oh my god, she's so cool.
Probably wearing like a blazer.
Mhm.
God damn.
Nice.
Every now and then when she like shifts on one of her foot or one of her feet, April can hear like a popping noise from her spine, but she just doesn't pay any attention to it.
I mean, April just assumes that's normal.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's just got a cracky body.
Look, that's what humans do. Their bodies are full of liquid and strange.
They're full of meat and bones. Don't they always make those noises?
Exactly.
Were you able to hear? I tried to crack my knuckles into the mic.
No, I don't think we heard that, sadly.
God damn.
Everyone knows after you turn 7 years old, your body starts falling apart.
Exactly.
That sounds correct. Mine started falling apart the moment I was born. A disability.
Also, so is Enoch on time today, or is he coming to the party fashionably late?
Fashionably late, naturally.
So
he
we
was probably
find-
fucking somebody.
So we find Enoch fucking who in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's give us your first roll here. Give me a turn somebody on roll, please.
Oh, okay. Do I get advantage somehow? I don't know how this works.
Well, you roll 2d6 and then whatever your hot score is.
Oh, that's the advantage. Gotcha. Okay. For people watching, I've never used the system before. The other three are more familiar with it. I'm gonna be the one going, so how does this? That's gonna be me the whole fucking time.
I thought Azure has not played this before.
We're the
Oh.
sluts when it comes to this system.
But Azure has experience with Powered by the Apocalypse, is the thing.
Gotcha. I'm the
So-
only one besides the DM, I think, that has direct experience playing this system.
I think so too.
Yeah. So
I haven't played it before today, but I have made several OCs that I've never used.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
welcome to being a homosexual
Yeah.
that plays tabletop RPGs. We all have way too many OCs in our closet, let's be real.
okay, so two.
Stop calling me out.
No, that's my job.
There's a target number, yes?
It's always no, don't. There is, but just roll it.
We're not actually rolling to meet an objective number here.
You're rolling to meet 7 to partial success, 10 to get a full success.
Okay, so that's why there's not really.
Yeah, also target
Okay.
number, the way that works in... You can also just click the button on your character sheet. That will work. Because we have
Oh.
character sheets now.
I did 7. I didn't do it. Yeah, but I can't. How would I click that on my character sheet?
There should be a hot button. And then the dice icon.
Remember the 4 buttons in the row near the top? Hot, cold, volatile, dark? You click the
Right.
die.
I did just roll though.
What did you get?
So
You're going to have to
oh.
announce it because the stream is not updating. And there's something going on.
okay, I got a 7.
7, lovely. So, there we are. Cool. That means you get on a 7 and 9. They can either give a string to you or choose one of these reactions. I think they're just going to choose I give myself to you.
Naturally,
So,
I'm hot.
so who are you sleeping with? What are NPCs are you currently? Do we?
Okay,
get-
so is it to interact with people? Is it does have to be like these? It's from the list of NPCs.
That's what we created them for. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be one of these people. We can create more, but then what do we do all this work for?
I mean, I have an idea who I'd like to fuck, but you can tell me if Mark Young is fun.
The Mormon.
Yeah, the conservative Mormon. Yes,
Leave him wanting more, man.
I like the idea that he's not open about it,
No, God, no.
and also very conflicted.
As we have discovered, most conservatives are just deeply in the closet.
I don't want to say most, but I I think there is a subset, right, of
Look,
people who
The
are.
RNC is the grinder Super Bowl for a reason.
Yeah, it's complicated. But yeah, okay. So what happens? I rolled a 7, and he gives himself to me. What does that mean?
Yeah. Means what you think it means.
You're
You all
fucked.
It
hear...
means fade to black.
Yeah, it means fade to black. It means we hear, as April and Jamie walk by your dorm room from the elevator, they hear spring noises.
Yeah, I also
Clunk,
definitely
clunk,
have
clunk, clunk, clunk.
this
Yeah.
man gagged. Listen, if it's gonna be sex, it's gonna be kinky sex, naturally.
Naturally.
Out of character, man. These beds sure are squeaky.
Yeah. Dude, that's
Are
only
they
out of
meant
character.
to
I mean,
make
they're
that
shitty.
noise?
They're shitty quality fucking dorm beds. Of course
Yeah.
they're shitty.
Yeah.
That's something that I think is universal across the world.
Hmm.
I don't think that's a country thing. I think they're
Are
probably
these-
just really shitty.
Sorry, Mitha, what were you saying?
I was speaking in character as April back to Jamie. Are these
Oh.
beds made to make that noise?
The older ones, yeah.
Lovely.
Are the noises good or bad?
Usually just means it's an old bed. Or it could be one of man's rats again.
I see.
Yeah, you start hearing muffled barking noises from the room now.
Is there a small animal in there?
You don't
Probably.
know.
But
wanna
it's
go
not my
look?
business.
I think April's going to take her social cue from Jamie and be like, it's none of my business.
Oh god, it would have been. I had if you had decided and you did successfully get in, I would have had a whole thing. I'm just.
I have to stick to the character.
Yeah. I'm saying. This is me saying you have full permission if you would have liked to have done that.
Thank you, but April's going to follow Jamie's social cues.
No, you're so fine. Also, something tells me April is very asexual. I don't know what it is. There's something, something. The vibes. I don't know. There's something tells me.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
there-
what makes
well,
it-
One
So we
of
have-
life's great mysteries.
We have
Yeah.
cis-spicious for people that we think are eggs. Is there an ace-spicious that I don't know of?
Auspicious? Oh,
Anyway.
language. Harmony.
You all
Garlic
walk into
bread's
the...
suspicious.
You take Jamie into the little communal area, and there's a welcome back, and everyone kind of jumps out. Jessica does a really big reaction, and the rest of them are she's like, why are you doing this? She's like, yeah. Just we just wanted to make sure that you felt welcome. I'm so sorry about your accident. Are you feeling all right?
Already stirring up drama.
I want to say that they turn the corner and there's confetti or something,
Mhm.
and Jamie just does not react to it at all.
Oh no.
Would you like to shut someone down, please?
Oh gosh.
That's a cold roll, by the way.
I mean, yeah, she's not doing it to be rude. She's just.
Oh, you're not doing it on purpose. I understand
Oh, I know.
that.
It's just her personality.
That's just what
Yeah.
happens.
I like that. Very funny.
Look, when someone puts a bunch of effort, or at least perceived effort, into
I got a 7.
making you feel welcome, and then you just go, huh. It's not going to come across well into this extroverted piece of sparkle dust, or whatever you want to fucking call it.
Sparkle fart. Yeah.
Yeah. 7 and 9, you choose one from below. on a 7 or 9, choose one for below, but you come across poorly and they give you a condition in return. So they lose a string on you. If they have no strings, you gain one on them. They gain a condition, or you take one forward. What would you like?
What's one forward?
Me
Wow.
scrolling back through the PDF to
Basically,
make sure.
+1 at your next roll.
Oh. So it's positioning for advantage, essentially.
Hmm. Does she have any strings on me?
No. She's an NPC.
I will take one on her because this is unexpected. The whole celebrating thing.
Mhm. I also like that because it's very like, yeah, you did all this thing for me, and yeah, you should feel pity. It's very much a pity string. I like.
Yeah. You did not check in if this is something I really wanted, and also like I was in a massive accident. Maybe think twice about if this is the way that you should.
Yeah.
Is
go about
there
it, like talking to somebody about it first?
Since I have taken a string on Jessica, is there any way that I can respond to this like group to make it feel less awkward?
So specifically, you get the condition. I don't know why party pooper feels like appropriate here. Does anyone have any other suggestions for what condition Jessica would place on Jamie here?
I mean, I don't know all of them, so maybe
There's not a
Ungrateful?
list. It is a
There's not a specific list. It's just what do you feel like is appropriate. It's sort of like creating aspects in the fate system. It's just you come up with them.
Ungrateful, maybe.
ungrateful is good. I like that. Does anybody have any other
Like
suggestions?
everyone's thinking it, but no one wants to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think. Oh wait. So okay, question. So this is a condition that is put on
Jamie.
Jamie. So this is how everyone else perceives Jamie right now.
Yes.
Okay. Can you have more than one? Like, because
Yes.
I think the perspectives could be different. I think
Well,
some people could be like, oh, so
mechanically-
ungrateful. And then some people could be like, that wasn't very nice. Like, they didn't even ask Jamie if that's what she wanted, and she went through something really traumatic. So
yes,
I feel
but
like
that would be a condition that's placed on Jessica, and that's not the role that's happening right now.
okay, gotcha.
I think ungrateful really fits the situation of, and this is, once again, conditions are not what your character thinks. This is just what they've heard people talk about.
Yeah,
This
I
is
think
gossip. This is.
I guess that's why. I guess that's why I'm like, wouldn't it be two? Because it feels like
That is
gossip is never-
that is a choice that Azure as a player could have made, but he decided to take the string instead.
okay. I don't.
Yeah,
understand
like she's
still.
not trying to hurt Jessica on purpose. This is just very unexpected of like, oh, they threw like a little celebration to welcome me back after being in the hospital. Huh.
This
Okay.
is very much a holistic person's like, what, you don't like this thing? Everybody likes this thing.
Okay, so my question then is, this is just a rumor that Jessica would be spreading. This is not what everybody thinks of the situation who is there.
It's something Jessica might not even necessarily be saying, but like on purpose, but it's just something that, you know, it's one of those things that like will just get passed around. It's like, you know, Jessica vents to a personal friend, and that personal friend somehow gets back to the people on her dorm floor and like things like that. You know,
Okay.
Like everyone watched Jessica plan this little surprise for Jamie, like because they heard she was in the hospital, and Jamie shows up and is just basically no reaction.
Mhm.
Everyone besides Jessica is probably thinking, wow, what a bitch. She didn't even like smile or anything.
Yeah, like that's not
Okay.
necessarily your character's reaction or any one specific NPC's reaction. It's just kind of general gossip that is being passed
Okay.
around.
God, I feel so fucking autistic because I'm still like, but it wouldn't be like the because she's not alone, so it feels like other people would have different opinions. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
people do, but that is just one. That is what, because of the consequences of the game. That is how the game is interacted, and I like that.
Okay.
Does that make sense
I
to you?
would take- No, but okay. Let's be real. I don't know if I'm going to fully understand this, and that might be the tism.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
think
Yeah.
like Jamie's only response to she like takes it all in and realize, oh, this was a social thing. They were doing it for me. She'll like give Jessica like a pat on the shoulder and like a small thank you.
yeah. And then Jessica tries to not look hurt. You know, putting on a brave face, but everyone can tell that she's a little upset by, you know, I did this big thing for you and you didn't do anything, but that's okay. That's thankless job of an RA.
Can I
Post about
have
it on
Enoch?
Twitter
Just-
later.
Can I have
It could
Enoch?
also just be trauma.
Yeah. Can I have Enoch walk in on that and say something?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's all like in her head. Like, you know, that's not something
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
saying out loud.
No,
You
no,
know,
I
just
get
walks
that.
out. He's barely got his pants buttoned and fixing his
Oh,
shirt.
He fully walks out. Can I have him just not be wearing a shirt?
Yeah, that's fine.
He does have nipple
Jessica's
piercing.
gonna have something to say, but yes.
That's fine. or actually, crop top.
Crop top, very good.
Crop top. Also, you can see the nipple piercings through the fabric of the shirt naturally.
Naturally.
Valid. We love to see it.
Naturally. Yeah, I think he probably comes out. He actively. I like the idea. He's buttoning his pants up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, is Jessica the one who just threw this?
Yeah, Jessica's your RA for the floor.
Okay. I like to think that he walked out while this interaction was happening,
Mhm.
but nobody saw him until just like maybe now, and he goes,
It's just she pats her shoulder. There's an awkward silence, and then Enoch comes out with no shirt.
Well,
yeah.
you all want to
he's
start playing some
cropped up.
games?
Well, I think what I'm gonna have happen is basically he comes out. He's like, because he did. So here's the thing that's interesting, right? He knows Jamie and April now. We've established they have connections.
Mhm.
They're not necessarily like besties or anything, but they
No,
have like
They know
they
each
went
other.
through a shit together. They know a
Yeah.
thing. They have one thing that ties them together. You know.
Yes.
So my thought now is he comes out and he knows that like he knows exactly what happened to Jamie,
Mhm.
right? So he comes out, he's like, what was her fucking name? The RA?
Jessica.
Jessica.
It's like, Jessica, what is all this? Did you ask Jamie if did they just get into like a massive accident?
A car crash.
Do you not think they might be like traumatized a little and they don't want to live this out?
Roll to shut someone down.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Jessica.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be real mean. So wait, okay. That's how do I oh right. You said that it's in the thing. There's a way to roll this.
So
What
you're
do
gonna be
I-
rolling plus cold. So press the dice button next to cold.
Okay, so I press cold, gotcha. Comment to do something?
Comment basically if you want to add a little bit of flavor on what this roll is about, you can. It's purely flavor based.
Okay.
It's basically fuck you, Jessica o'clock.
Right?
Any other modifiers?
No?
No modifiers for this, right?
No.
I don't think.
You don't have any forwards or anything. You just the +1 from your cold. That will
Okay.
automatically apply.
8.
All right. Choose one from below.
Jessica.
They lose a string on you. If you can gain a string on them. If you don't have any strings. If they have no strings on you, gain a string on them. They gain a condition, or you take one forward.
So gain a condition. That's essentially what happened to Jamie, right?
Yes.
Jamie gained a condition. So I could make the condition that Jessica gets is that she's inconsiderate.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Cool. You also get a condition here,
Oh,
so you can put that on your character sheet.
What? so do I pick that condition? How does this work?
No, I pick it for you. What do we
You
think
pick the condition.
the condition makes sense for Jessica to give Enoch here?
I don't know. Well, what's her reaction?
I
You wanna
think
play that out?
you say that, and I think she like is already kind of wavering, and I think she starts to tear up covers her face and runs to her dorm room, slamming the door.
Does Enoch get the condition asshole?
Yeah, I like asshole. That's very good.
Yeah.
You made her cry. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter
and
the
Enoch is like-
circumstances.
And Enoch doesn't give a shit because he's also like, yeah, okay, turn yourself into the victim. That's not fucking fucked up.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's fucking doing.
Yeah, exactly. I think honestly, Enoch probably says that out loud. He doesn't.
Which
He's
makes
like, yeah, okay.
that asshole thing go more further on you.
Yep, exactly.
Because that's
Yeah,
how people react to these things.
Yep. He doesn't give a fuck. But yeah, he fully knows
All
that.
right,
I'm
and-
cool with that.
Now that there is a condition, do you see that little box that you can add on your character sheet?
No.
Right below your
What do you mean?
strings.
My strings, I harm. Oh, conditions. Yes. Okay. So now,
Add
so I
one. Add asshole.
so he's got one too, baby.
Ayo.
That's
I don't know.
more,
I don't
more
know.
ways than
I
one.
don't know if Mark has one anymore.
Oh no, he left that. That thing is lubed up, stretched out.
Gosh, all I could think of is the fucking Animal Crossing meme. It's like, what are your intentions with my son? And it's like the dug hole from Animal Crossing.
It does look like a butthole. You're right, though.
You're so right.
You're so right. What the fuck?
What was Jamie's? Was it inconsiderate?
Inconsiderate, yeah. All right. What is April doing in all of this? She's kind of
Standing and staring in confusion. I think she just sort of, it's like she was going to do it, like mimic the girl who was being all bright and cheery, but then everything just happened, and now she's just sort of standing there going, what just happened?
There you go, Silver.
Eh? What?
Meme.
Meme? Meme?
Meme.
A meme? For those that want to know, it is in fact a donut without the hole, and then a donut with the hole. And you can imagine what that fucking looks like.
What are your intentions with our son? Meme.
So April just asked, what just happened?
I think can I play out some more of what Enoch would do here?
yeah.
Okay, so Enoch is like goes up to Jamie and is kind of like, "You all right?"
Completely ignores April's question.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, he's tying his pants as he's talking to Jamie.
Mhm.
I feel like that's a shut someone down.
I just
Well,
got a great password from pizza.
What does Jamie say? Azure.
Oh, Jamie. What does Jamie say in response to what?
Azure, you
April
gotta
asking what happened, or
no. Okay. Enoch goes up to Jamie and is like, "Are you all right?"
Jamie just kind of shrugs,
Okay, he just goes, "Take it easy."
kind of like stretches her arm a bit, does like a little twist, and you hear like popping in her spine.
I think Enoch gonna fucking laughs. He goes, "Doing that well, huh?" Listen, take it easy and fucking. Our RA is a little kind of nuts. Don't fucking mind her. She makes shit about her all the goddamn time.
I mean, I can walk. I'll get over it.
Okay. If you need help, let me know. I'm around.
I think Paige and Sarah probably leave the party, kind of like joining with siding with the roommate, siding with Jessica, and Kyle just kind of pulls out a joint. It's like, well, now that she's gone, anyone want to light up?
Can vampires smoke weed?
You can.
I don't see why not.
It's not gonna do anything to you, and you might have to.
That's kind of what I was thinking anyway. It wouldn't do shit.
You can, if you get
to
hot,
fit
if you
in.
drink from somebody who is, turned. But yeah,
Oh, interesting.
I think everybody kind of just ignoring and April here. Like, I want this judge summon down roll. Yeah, I like that. Just kind of
Because everyone fucking ignored her existence.
Yeah. So wait, who's rolling?
you are Enoch. You're shutting
Me?
down April.
Okay, not intentionally, but
We're all assholes somehow.
This is a game about toxic people doing toxic things.
True.
And being melodramatic as shit.
I'm playing into the melodrama of it all. I don't know how much I'm gonna play into the assholery of at least to one another. I don't know how much I want to play into that.
Just to the Mormon boy.
Honestly, it's up to
Hey.
you as the player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Is like I don't feel. Again, like everything I think you just got the vibe of how I'm going to be playing him from the exact scene we just did. So I think you get the idea. Concerned about a person he actually, has ties with and kind of sees through people that are being bullshitty and taking attention from themselves when it's like, hey, that's not how taking responsibility for fucking up works.
Mhm.
So wait, what am I doing? I have to
Roll shut cold.
Cold.
just cold. Okay. No
Does anybody want to
modifier?
use any strings?
No,
We have
again,
strings?
he's not doing it on purpose, so
Yeah,
I'm not using
I'm
shit.
just saying if April wants to use any strings here to
Yeah.
make the roll worse.
I'm not sure how that would benefit me, honestly.
You could make his roll lower, and then if he looks bad, you can use that to socially benefit from the situation. I don't know.
I just want to see how this comes out.
Cool.
Oh God.
Success. So you shut her down.
On a 10 up, choose one from below.
What is?
What
is one
they lose a string on you. They have no strings, gain a string on them. They gain a condition, or you take one forward.
I'll take one forward.
All
Sure.
right. Is
Again,
weed
he's
legal
not-
in West Dakota? Yes, but it's like 21 and up, I think. So, like, these are a bunch of college freshmen. They're a bunch of 18-year-olds, 18, 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
Mormon boy is like 23 or something, but...
He's been here for too long. Yeah.
No, he's a missionary. They
What is that?
go to school...
Okay, so in the Mormon church, after you finish high school, you take 2 years out of your life to go and preach the word of the gospel in some uncivilized nation,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote, and
Yeah.
then you go to college. So he's inherently 2 years behind everybody else because of religion. And maybe like he's only here so that he can like get his MR degree and eventually go to Brigham Young University.
Mm-hmm.
Did they just send him to magic tournaments for 2 years and try to convince people to wear deodorant?
Look, that's
no,
a,
he
that's a
was
good public
probably
service.
telling like underprivileged minority groups why they should like worship Christianity.
Uh,
That's much less
horrifying.
hilarious.
Mhm.
That's Mormonism, baby. I grew up in it. I can tell you all about it.
Also, make
Sarah
sure you
can do
take a
that.
string on Mark here.
Can I? Okay. I would really. Okay, wait. So I take a string on Mark because obviously
Mhm.
I know a lot about Mark right now.
Mhm.
So
Biblically.
biblically, sexually, all of it.
I think you all start heading downstairs to, or upstairs on the roof to smoke this joint.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
And I think April, everyone's kind of doing this, and they all walk past you, just kind of standing there. What is your reaction to getting shut down?
I mean, I think
this is for
again,
April.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the way that it would have come off, she can interpret how she wants from this, but it was just Enoch being concerned about Jamie.
Yeah.
So how she interprets it is up to her. I'm just saying that on Enoch's side, he was not really trying to shut her down, in that sense.
Intentions aside, that was the result.
Mhm.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is what he was doing. How she decides to interpret it is obviously up to player. But yeah.
So Pizza's carrying the rat man and the pizza boxes up, and Moss has got their guitar,
Naturally.
and cheerleader girl is, well, this is where all the hot people are, even though most of them are gay, but I don't, and I'm also gay, but I don't know that yet. And nerd girl is following very closely behind her, attached at her hip, and cheerleader is like, well, this is social ammunition I can use later. This is somebody's life I can destroy for a modicum of social respect.
Lovely.
And yeah, I think you're all just standing there. They go up there, and do you follow them up, April?
Sure, why not?
I think you're the last to leave just because you're a little bit stunned. And
I
you see...
think it's just like everyone clears out of the room. She's literally the last person there, so she just like picks one group at random and follows.
Yeah.
I was about to say Jamie will stick with her.
Okay.
Cute.
Yeah.
Jamie does have a crush on April,
Yeah.
so that does
I
make
think-
sense.
Well,
I think-
it's the whole learn how to love a thing could also be like, it's like, oh, you showed compassion and concern for me. That's not something I was expecting. I'll try to follow your example.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, you could interpret it however you like, of course.
I think both of you see Mark exiting his room, kind of straightening down his white polo jacket. His collar's a little ruffled. He's straightening that. You see him stretching his jaw a bit. There's a bit of redness indent on either side of his mouth. It's like, wait, wasn't the celebration for you today, Jamie? Is that not happening anymore? Kind of says to the both of you as he sees no one else is there.
No, I kind of pissed her off.
Oh,
Technically not correct. She was pissed off by Enoch, who pointed out her social faux pas. Reaches over to Mark Young's tie, pulls it tight so that it looks neat, but slightly suffocating.
could you roll to turn someone on, please?
Mark Young is bisexual. We have figured out.
So to be fair, something in this the game rules is you're not allowed to decide what turns you on, which is interesting. They do have some very specific rules, and they talk about it, and it's like, it's not necessarily like trying to force identities onto you, and they like are trying to be very clear that that's not what this is.
Okay.
I think it was supposed to be more of a like, you don't control what turns someone else on.
Yeah.
I do not control what turns Mark Young on. I can only control what turns me on, essentially.
Correct.
I mean, I will say the idea of Mark Young specifically being gay is my favorite version of this, but you can do whatever you want.
He just got done with Enoch, and now April is straightening his tie.
I mean, this doesn't even necessarily have to be. It can be framed in a lot of different ways. Is the thing.
So what you're saying is it's not that it's April that's doing it; it's the choking part.
I'm not saying anything.
It's the fact that it's choking a little bit.
That was a 7, by the way.
On a 7 to 9, they can either choose to give you a string or choose one of these reactions. I think they're going to get embarrassed and act awkward and say, thanks. I guess if that's not happening, I should probably go grab dinner at the dining hall. Are you all? And just doesn't finish the sentence. It just walks away.
We are
Yeah.
we are currently unoccupied. If you
By
would
the
like,
way, the entire time Enoch is standing there, just smiling, looking at him. He's
That
enjoying.
Makes
He's
him
enjoying
blush a
this.
deep red, and he
Yeah.
walks away.
Yeah.
Faster.
Yeah. He's
It's
like, oh, how fun.
Fixes the tie harder.
Oh, the repressed ones are always so interesting. He does say that out loud.
It's like, well, you all coming up to the roof?
Yep.
Kyle says.
Yeah, let's head out. Let's go.
Jamie? April?
I
Yeah.
guess we are ascending skyward.
Rocket boosters jut out.
No.
Let's jet.
You all take the elevator up to the roof. Somehow a couple semesters ago, the couch got up here. You're not quite sure, but they keep taking it down. But more couches keep getting found.
Naturally.
That's why the main room is full of them.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, just start smoking and
I think that Enoch just does it because he likes the feeling of the smoke
yeah.
in his dead body.
And April is trying to mimic everybody else.
I would love to see April keep your cool here.
Okay, first
Jamie
of
just
all,
wants to feel something.
Oh, God.
how would she even like get tipsy?
Can she?
The robots decide that you are. The robots watch.
April just-
That's a failure.
April
Oh,
just
no.
goes into her options, selects tipsy, and changes it to yes.
Yeah. April has consumed 1,000 videos of what she thinks people feeling high looks like. Has read all the medical journals that
Millions.
just reads every single medical journal that describes what high feels like. And it's like, all right,
She's-
and replicates it inside of her body.
She has read billions of pieces of information across the internet. It's just like she's still trying to piece together what it all means. So she's just trying her best to replicate it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I want to think that like a lot of her source material is just those awful Dare videos.
Yes,
Oh.
but
no.
also like 4chan.
Uh,
Oh, no.
Speaking of Dare videos, what's the weirdest side effect that you've heard that people have as a reaction to weed? Like, what is the common mythos?
You get hungry?
Hungry?
Vomiting.
What?
Vomiting?
That's actually true, though.
Yeah.
The
Wait, you-
weirdest one?
I
Yeah,
don't know,
know
just
what
things that people would unequivocally call bad.
Well, that's what I'm
If
thinking. Like
we're talking
vomiting.
about unfounded, the dumbest one I've definitely heard is like, oh, well, you could overdose and die.
Yeah. That,
Okay, but I need the character to not suddenly fall over dead.
Yeah.
Anxiety, like really that one I've seen though.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Like being really anxious. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Gosh,
as a
those
result of this,
videos
you
were
start
so awful.
getting really, really, really anxious, and you think that everyone's looking at you, and it's like, why aren't you doing this right? And these voices are zooming around in your head, and at lightning fucking speed. What do you do?
Trillions of times a second.
Mhm. Of like calculating everybody's reaction to yourself, and what does that mean? And do they like me? Am I doing this right? Am I doing the weed?
Doing the weed?
What is this roll for?
I was trying. That was a does she run away or not?
Try to keep her cool again to see if she
That
runs
was
away.
a keep the coal roll. Yep. Does she run away or not? And then you got a partial success. So it's like I think she starts backing out slowly.
On a 7 and a 9, the MC would tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you could choose to back down or go through with it.
She's backing down.
Okay, so you don't run, is what you're saying.
Yeah, she's trying to, but doesn't.
I think Kyle grabs your hand. Is like, hey, you can stop if you need to. You don't. It's cool. Just chill. You're all right.
She hands the doobie back to him.
It's more weed for the rest of us. I don't fucking care.
I think Enoch is like, you can just take a nap if you need to sleep it off.
Yeah, that always helps. Grab a slice of pizza.
Okay.
Pizza says.
Pizza says take slice of pizza.
I think she sits down next to the pizza box and just has a slice of pizza instead.
Pizza takes out the rat and gives it to you. Here.
She's not sure what to do with it, and it sort of crawls around on her head.
Yeah, give little scratches behind the ears. Dude loves it.
Oh, very cute.
Freya's like takes a big
I have-
hit and starts coughing, and just like
I have to ask a question. It's like, how do animals react to April's presence?
it's a very interesting question.
Exactly.
I mean, what would a rat do when presented with a computer?
I mean, generally
they just
chews on it.
Sniff it.
Sniff it. I think it starts like nibbling you lightly.
She's sitting there eating pizza, and the rat's just like chewing on her hair.
Mhm.
And it's like every once in a while, everyone occasionally sees the hair go spike.
Yeah, and a rat jumps and stops what it's doing.
I like to think they just think of her as like an inanimate object, like a new housing cage. They just crawl all over her arm, like, "Ooh, what's this? What's
Mhm.
this?"
Yes. Ooh, new enrichment toy. What's this?
Yeah.
And she
nibble
just is
yeah.
sort of standing there.
April is just vibing with the rats.
Mm-hmm.
Would smoking a doobie with friends count as satiating a hunger for thrills?
Ooh.
I don't see why not.
Mm. What kind
Yeah.
of thing is?
Yeah, I think so.
What is that? Is that a move?
Yes, that is a move that
Yes.
he has.
It's the ghoul thing.
The cool thing.
I currently just have one hunger, and it's thrills.
You have one hunger. You have one move. And it's
Well, I have two other. Well, the hunger is the base, and then I have two others.
Would you like to
when
explain
I
to the
when I
audience what
satiate
the
a hunger, I can choose one of the three, and that's a move that I have.
I am confused. How does this work? What's your what?
I guess it's kind of like supposed to represent like indulgence or addiction or gluttony or something.
Yeah.
So you have this is what is this? This is under your moves. All of
Mhm.
this.
Yeah, this ghoul specific ability.
So ghouls
Yes.
have
Hunger.
hunger. So they have to satiate hunger. So that's not a ability. That's a thing they have.
So
to do?
the standard move that all ghouls get is called the hunger. You have a hunger for select one: fear, power, plunder, or thrills, and I took thrills. When you heedlessly pursue a hunger, add one to rolls. When you ignore a promising feeding opportunity, roll to keep your cool.
Okay.
And then one of the moves that I took is, I think it's pronounced satiety. When you satiate a hunger, choose one: heal a harm, mark experience, or take a forward. And I would like to take a forward.
Got you.
I want
Oh.
to say like Jamie just takes the blunt, inhales it like she's been doing it for years, and just gently passes it back to someone else. Exhales like a little smoke ring.
So I'm wondering, where do you? Because I took a forward also before. What is that conditional to the person that I took it from, or is that just
Just
for
the next
a
roll.
thing?
No.
The next roll.
Yeah, just the next roll you do, you can add 1.
So where do I note that down? Where does that go?
There's a section for notes under conditions, and
Right. I guess I'm wondering, is it just that, or is there some other place that I'm supposed to put it?
If there's no box that says forward, then yeah, just put it there.
yeah, I don't see another box for it.
Me neither.
Cool. Just write it down, and it should come up
Okay.
fairly quickly.
Okay.
All right.
Okie dokie.
So I think you all do this for a little bit. Nerd girl is like, well, I gotta go study. It's like Friday night.
I think Enoch is like, come on. You got the weekend. You can hang out.
Unless you feel you don't want to be here.
No, I definitely want to be here. You know, it's kind of crazy, you know, it just like reminds me of, starts going on off a tangent about this YA novel that she read like last year. It talks about how cool how being in college is, and how she's just, it's basically this like kind of semi poorly written book about a Mary Sue that's basically her.
I think Enoch just listens. He's like,
This YA novel undersold.
And then, sorry, I'm talking way too much.
you're fine.
Does the Wade make you do that?
It can. Yeah, depends on the person.
Oh, okay. So, what do we do now?
We just hang out until we don't want to no more. Until we want to pass out.
All right.
If anybody has alcohol, we can do that too.
I think April waits until she notices that 1 or 2 other people have passed out, and then she just follows suit, mimicking them.
Just passes out.
2
April
other
literally
people
goes
do
into
it.
sleep mode.
Oh, yes. Meanwhile, the rats are still sort of climbing on her, but anytime they try and like munch through a hair, it sparks and then they run off.
I think so I'm trying to think about a situation where they're trying to get you to jump off of like the roof and swing on something.
What the fuck?
Just like, all right, some dumb like, I bet you can't parkour across this roof to the next roof and grab. They're like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. They're just really high and stupid.
I do gotta go, y'all.
Okay.
If you gotta go, don't squeeze the Charmin.
What the fuck?
Don't.
What's that mean?
Just go.
Just go. All right. Enoch goes to a much cooler vampire party.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean,
we could
Sure.
also wrap it up here. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours.
I think
yeah.
April will be like, "What's vampire?"
I think also like we've established the characters. It's taken a lot also for me to understand a lot of the rules. I'm still not totally sure about all of them.
I'm having some issues with PC shit.
Yeah, you're having PC problems
Okay.
anyway.
Yeah. Let's raid out, and we can come back to this on Friday.
Yes.
Yo, sound like
When hopefully, like all of the other issues have been resolved,
Yeah, and we can think of more ways to cause drama and issues.
Yes.
and for April to just be clueless.
I have an idea of who we could raid. They're an
Well,
artiste, and their vibes are always immaculate and lovely. And they're cool.
All right.
And I've chatted in their shit before, and They're sweet. So let me put this in general. Da, 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 da.
Could you slowly spell it for me?
Ooh, Mushroom Gob is also
Okay.
streaming.
S
Okay.
T A L U S underscore. Nice and short.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, their model's super cute.
Yeah, they made their own model. They're an artist, so they draw pretty much. That's what they do every time they're
Alright.
streaming. Pretty much exclusively draw.
Raid is going.
Book, yeah, concrete.
All right, we'll be back on Friday, everybody.
Yeah, Friday around the same time. On Mondays we start about an hour earlier, so on Mondays we start at 5 EST, and on Fridays we start at 6 EST, and we generally go until about 10. Sometimes we finish a little earlier, like today. And yeah, we're gonna continue this little one shot we're doing here. And next week we'll be doing Apocalypse World, and eventually we will be doing a big our big stream, our big game that we have been preparing for a very long time and has a lot of cool stuff.
Yes, this one shot that will keep going for about 5 or 6 episodes.
What, Monster Hearts? We'll see. We'll see. Depends on.
I love how we've called things one shots, and then we end up doing a few more episodes. It's like it's not a one shot anymore.
To be fair, that's only happened once.
Yes.
It will happen again.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
We are not sorry. It will happen again.
All right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Everyone look at our
Bye.
other socials and follow us everywhere.
Yeah.
Hugs. Goodbye.